See, the thing is, I want all the smoke. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ow.
Oh, dear.
Let's go. Hey.
For your fun, a date chair, you got a weight chair.
Won't you back that ass up?
You's a handsome young brother. Who's uncle?
This is actually great.
Actually, Manny Fresh wrote this.
Uncle Manny.
Well, they are uncles.
Oh, they like
Uncle
granddad.
Manny?
Yeah, they uncles like shit.
They
I love
granddads.
it.
If
The
we
fact-
aunties, they granddads.
The fact that
definitely.
Juvenile is throwing out Vax cards
I love
like
it.
money.
I'm so proud of Nola right now.
No, the hands shake.
listen.
Hey. He says if you want to romance that, you gotta vax that.
And you do.
Okay.
I'm
you
not
wanna
going nowhere with
romance
nobody
that.
unvaccinated. Ever.
Not eggplant. All right. You vaxxed up. You vaxxed
I'm
and
vaxxed.
waxed. You
I
vaxxed
am
and waxed.
vaxxed.
You vaxxed and waxed.
Vaxxed and lasered, but yes.
Not vaxxed and lasered. Ooh, she said it ain't coming back.
I know that's right.
Damn, not the laser
No, it
coochie.
does. It does after a little while.
Does it?
I stopped doing my legs, and I'm seeing like one or two little things pop up. There's a little fuzz on my knee, but I haven't lasered my legs in like 2 years.
I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I be dealing with niggas over 35 now. They like
They
a
don't
little
care.
hair. They like
Yeah,
a little
they like hair.
They literally, like, I ain't gonna hold you. They be like, hey, let that thing grow.
They don't want a little
Let that
girl.
thing grow.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
That's true.
I think my man is like seeing some hair grow back, because he's like, okay, bitch, you normal, like you, you a human being.
But
Gotcha.
also, I think that there's some sort of complex too with older men.
Yeah.
They really don't want to feel like they would have prepubescent
with the girl.
child.
They don't. Yeah.
So I respect that. But, you know, I used to like the little young tenderoni. So for a long
Right.
time,
Right.
I was making sure this thing looked like a Barbie doll, baby girl.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
I like a man who likes a full bush.
Wait, a full one?
I mean, I don't have one, but it reads very masculine to me.
When I tell you masculine, like they be all in there acting like
Man,
they don't care.
very primitive.
I love it.
I'm into
now,
it.
I don't like when it start growing onto the inner thighs. That's when there has
You got to draw a line.
I
The
mean,
line is the bikini line.
the line. Ooh,
You got to draw the
Look at
bikini
you.
line.
Are so good. Like, oh my god, you just be so
draw the
quick with
bikini.
it, Bridget.
It's got to be an upside down triangle. You just got to keep it, you know.
I just like the
The
little
same way,
Landis
the
strip.
same
I
way
like a
we,
strip.
the,
Yeah,
the
I like
same
a
way we
strip.
look at men and like want men who have beards and facial hair to
Yes,
be really
yes.
well kept and maintained and groomed and conditioned. That's the expectation for women's body hair too, I think.
Yeah, yes and no. Cause I mean, y'all know I be y'all see the nails.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all watch on YouTube, but baby, I'm ready. So I got my nails done and I cut these two fingertips because I've been like really
Oh, gotcha.
I've been with a lot of women lately.
Okay.
And I've had my long nails because it was a hot girl summer and I was
Right.
like, oh bitch, I'm gonna do my long nails again. And then I got into it and I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Cause they was like, oh sis, you better keep
doing
them
too
things
much.
away.
Yeah,
from
Nobody's
me.
trying to have sex with Wolverine. You know? No, baby.
can't.
Not
That fingering me with
Wolverine.
that hand is Wolverine. The left hand is Wolverine.
The left hand is Wolverine,
Yeah.
and I realized
the design is cute.
Yeah, I realized guys don't really like all these acrylic nails, but I know you.
That's
this
not
is-
true. It just depends on.
Ooh, girl, we're both green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It just depends on. It just depends. You just got to know what to. My man calls them the dick grippers.
I'm not
Because he likes how the
It
nails
looks
look.
so
He likes how they
nice.
look on the
Oh, they're
shaft.
beautiful. They look like jade marble. They're
Yes,
beautiful.
that's what I was going
Not
for.
jade marble on the nails.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we were
that's
going
an
for
expensive
we were going
dick
for
grip.
lavish.
Countertop.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, guys, welcome to another episode of See the Thing Is. Y'all already know who me and this bitch are.
Hello.
But we have another Friends with Benefits joining us on the couch, baby girl.
And we're so happy she's
And you
here.
know,
We've
let
been
me go
waiting
ahead
for
and give her a
while.
round of applause. 'Cause
Yeah.
y'all, listen, we got
I
a
love
real one in
that.
the motherfucking building today.
Yes,
So
yes,
happy
we
to be
do.
here, y'all.
We are joined by
The one and
boss
only.
bitch.
Yes.
The one and only Miss Ebony K. Williams.
Yes.
Hello, queens.
Yes. What's
How
up,
y'all
girl?
doing? Good, girl.
The last
Good.
time
Yes.
we the
Yes.
last time we
Yes,
hung
we
out, I ain't
are.
even gonna hold you. She was like, "Okay, girl, we gotta go," because we went out to lunch. Just it was supposed to be like one drink and a taco. We were there for like 2.5 hours,
And then we went somewhere else.
And then we went somewhere else.
Oh no, there's no such thing as one drink or one anything with Mandy. It's got to. It's
Listen,
it's
I'm like,
all the
bitch,
things.
it's 9:30. I gotta
Yeah.
go. We started.
We started at like
2.
yeah,
It was a young day.
It
And
was
then,
a young
yeah.
day. We're
I
like,
mean-
no, we're in our 30s. Like it's this is different. This shit.
I
is
mean, I
different.
just hit my 30s, so
Yeah.
like the day drinking, you know, I could keep going.
You could keep
Yo,
going.
But
Mandy has been on tour. Mandy has been
I
on
know
a
that.
day party drinking tour. And it's amazing to watch because I'm like, yo, how does she do that? Last weekend, we went to R&B house party. A friend of mine, shout out to Charles Kuykendall. And they had it's a traveling party that only plays R&B. Like the whole club is like sweaty. It's a good vibe. It's our kind of situation.
Shout out to Beloved. Yes. Shout out
and
to him.
so and so we went to that, but that was after she was out all night the night before at a different party doing
that was the sex club night.
That was the sex club night.
Shrooms.
She got 1 hour sleep, came to dinner with us, went to dinner with us,
and
then
I
went
had to
out
record that day and still went out that night. And
got home at like 2 and was still up.
But let me tell you too, I'm not gonna lie. I really like being in New York is so different when you're like drinking, right?
Yeah.
Because like you just hopped in an Uber. I was like, cool, I'll just take an Uber home. Or I think I got on the train that night because I was like, bitch, it was like $60. I could get home for $275.
That part.
So I hopped my ass on the train.
I love the train.
But I'm down in. So I just got back from Orlando. I was in Orlando seeing my sister. She is a part of the Army. So she's back home from Germany because So
was she in Frankfurt? Where was she?
Germany. I don't.
Frankfurt is in Germany, sis.
Yeah, but it's a.
You know what?
I don't know. It's wherever the base is at.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
And I ain't gonna hold you like them names be hard. Outside of Berlin, I don't know like Würzburg.
Bye, Mandy. Go ahead.
Frankfurt was not hard.
Okay, well,
Mandy was visiting her sister.
It'd be another language.
Go ahead.
We just gonna have to let her have it.
I'm in Orlando and I'm visiting my sister. And let me just talk. I'm gonna talk shit about Florida right now for a little bit, right?
Okay.
So I go down there. Of course, my ass didn't look at the weather. I fly into a hurricane, okay?
Shit, yeah.
We have fun spot planned. We're going to the theme parks. Here goes, my mom and my sister are not bothered at all. They're like, girl, it's a tropical storm now. Like, that's fine. And then I call my other sister. She's like, girl, it's downgraded to a depression. It's okay. It's only
nothing.
60% rain. And I'm just like, fucking Florida. We ended up going to Fun Spot and literally, I'm not going to hold you, it didn't rain. It rained, like it showered once.
Great.
It was like, okay. So then the end of my trip, I'm with all my homegirls. This is where I have a problem. Everyone was almost bragging. And guys, I'm not condoning it. But everyone was almost bragging about how good they are at drinking and driving. Because everyone that I met with, literally everyone I met with drove. But of course we're driving and they're all like, oh no, I'm good. But honestly, this has happened when I go down to Atlanta too. I ride with my friends after a night out. There is no, and I was just like, damn, this is really the South though. I'm not gonna hold you. I've been driving since I was 15 years old. Everyone just feels comfortable. The roads aren't as packed as New York. But I'm like, damn, this is really not safe that everyone in the South just be driving drunk. And I'm like, this is kind of an issue. And I know y'all kind of squinty. I know it's not a good thing, but the idea that so many people that we know and love do this on a consistent basis.
Right.
I
don't think people know how much a DUI cost. Right.
Oh, talk your shit, lawyer.
I gotta spit on my EKW Esquire hat.
Come on, Esquire, because that double digit thousands is not a game.
Listen,
is it that much?
Yes.
Wait.
A DUI minimum, even in the South, because y'all know I'm from North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
I used to do this work, right?
Yes.
Minimum. First conviction, you coming out the pocket $15,000.
Yep.
Minimum.
Wait, paid up or in just dues and classes that you have to take?
It's this. Number one, you have to pay for your lawyer. And if you're indigent, fine. But a lot of times you want a good situation, you're going to pay for a lawyer. That's thousands. Then you're talking about you have to pay for your interlock, right? If you're found guilty. So that's thousands of dollars that then you have to blow into to be able to continue to drive.
My homegirl had that. She would make her friends blow.
Okay. Then you got to pay the fine and fees. Those are thousands of dollars, depending on the system. It is not a fucking game. A DUI will fuck you up.
I know.
You know what I mean? And so if you can pay $40, $50, even $60 to get home and avoid
Uber.
that.
It makes so much more sense.
Because during my day, that wasn't an option. You had to rely on somebody promising to be sober.
Also, if you're by yourself,
it's called a designated driver.
If you're by yourself and your car gets impounded, you're paying whatever. You're paying for every day that your car. You can't go pick your car up the day after. You have to wait.
Oh shit!
So you're paying for the fees. And if you ever had your car towed, you know how many hundreds of dollars that shit can
per
be.
day.
per day.
Well, also there's a reinstatement too at some point of your license.
All of that.
I did have a friend that did go through the DUI process. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't know it cost her this much.
It's expensive as shit.
At one point, so for y'all that don't even know what you're talking about with the blow-in thing, it's connected to like your engine.
Yes.
So like your car will not start.
It won't start
if you blow over a certain percentage.
Yes.
And so back then, one of us would have to decide that we weren't. Well, we weren't drinking.
Someone had to promise to not drink.
Someone had to promise.
And
to
y'all
not
motherfuckers
drink.
don't be reliable.
I mean, damn.
Not you personally.
I mean,
but I know, like
I'm not very reliable when it comes to liquor.
In my group, nobody was ever reliable. Yeah. So now we just sitting there in the parking lot.
Waiting, drinking water.
Yeah, so somebody to sober up to blow clean. It was no DUIs.
Back then Uber wasn't a thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Uber wasn't
now
a
that
thing
Uber's
back
a
then.
thing, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
All
But
right.
I mean, I did have a good time. I also did something for like the first time. So y'all know me. I'ma find the freak shit. So I found out in Orlando they have a swingers resort. And so I just met with my friends for lunch, girl, happy hour. So I was like, hey, y'all, I found out about this swingers resort, y'all. So I was like, y'all want to go? They was like, hell yeah. So we pulled up, and it was crazy. So it's $43 for single women, $80 for a couple, and then $394 for a single man. Oh, bitch.
Wow.
So clearly there wasn't no single man up in that bitch. I'm like, $400 for a single man. So we go there. We go at a bad timing. It's in transition. But it's set up in like a hotel resort. Each of the rooms are privately owned, so they're like condos.
Okay.
And then there's a pool, there's a club. We get the whole tour. There's a dungeon, there's a playroom.
That's cool.
We end up staying late, bitch. By the end of the night, I wanted to see the dungeon. So I've only been to one dungeon in my life, and that's here in New York. So I was like, I want to go into the dungeon. So I go into the dungeon. Me and my homegirl get bondage, and what is it called when you get up in the air? When you're lifted in the air. Bitch, it's just a word, and I don't know the word. But we were...
Ascended?
Levitated?
No, bitch, I ain't magical. I mean,
you just
extended.
up in the air.
There we go. We were extended in the air by bondage.
Okay.
And while I'm up in the bondage, a couple is coming around me, flogging me with like leather whips. And then, bitch, they pull out like a taser. So I start getting electrocuted while I'm up in the air. And I'm just like, ooh, this is amazing. It was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. It was pretty intense. But I was like, oh my, it was like BDSM shit, girl.
Where do they electrocute you?
They like buzzed me. Like it was like a little stick. And so they buzzed me like on my thigh, on my leg, on my arm, on my stomach, on my titty.
And that was arousing.
I mean, I thought so. My coochie was a little wet. It was a little moist.
Oh, wow.
It was cool.
Okay.
It was cool. But it was just like, it was just invigorating to be in that space and everyone just be free. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. My friends enjoyed it. That was their first experience. So it was cool. It was cool. Well, okay, y'all. Y'all know that's my life. Now let's talk about your nice, you went to a fashion show.
I did.
This is a lot more, less rated X. So let's get into like.
I mean, my week was quiet. The weather here was trash, so there wasn't really a lot to do. But I did go to the Pierre Moss fashion show in Irvington at Madam C.J. Walker's estate, actually, which was really beautiful. And the show actually opened with a really beautiful speech and monologue by Elaine Brown, who was a Black Panther.
That is my favorite book, A Taste of Power.
Yeah, one of the
Really?
Changed my life in my freshman year at Chapel Hill.
She's one of the original. Yeah, she's one of the first. She's one of the first women that led a chapter in on the West Coast. She's from Oakland.
Bay Area.
Led a chapter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just touched my heart.
And so she read us yesterday because it's mostly young people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Kirby, shout out to Kirby. Kirby's the designer. Kirby Jean Raymond. He put on it. He always. After he did a presentation, he did a presentation at King's Theater a couple years back that was incredible. It was similar. He had a choir, and it was the music. The music was similar to that of what Kanye West does with Sundays, with his Kanye, his whatever his thing is
The
called.
Sunday service. Yep.
It was similar to that, and so this presentation had much more to do with Black culture and staples in Black culture, right? So every single model that walked out, every dress had a piece on it that was somewhat symbolic to Black culture. So one woman had a hairbrush, another woman had this beautiful gold gown and tassels and fringe on the side that were made to look like a hot comb. So she had hot
that's
combs on her
beautiful.
arms. It was just very well done, very well put together, and all of New York was in attendance. But events like that.
Oh.
I know
That's amazing.
it was just events like that are always they're always interesting to see because sometimes like with Fashion Week in general it can be very pretentious and
Very elite.
and very elite.
It is very
elite.
It is
very elite.
And this presentation in particular really was about, and everybody was smoking weed, everybody was chilling, and it was in the middle of this white neighborhood, which was incredible. That was the hot comb dress. It was incredible, like to see all of these. It was really funny to watch all of the white people with their phones out on the fence, like trying to see what was going on in the estate. And you had a rapper from Brooklyn. His name is 22 G's. Who I guess he's one of the original like drill rappers from Brooklyn, and came out of the same time frame I guess as Pop Smoke, R.I.P. Pop Smoke, and so he performed throughout the whole fashion show and had dancers and choreo, and it was all this beautiful black excellence in the middle of this white Westchester neighborhood that just so happened to be on Madam C.J. Walker's estate, and so it was such a moment of pride, you know what I mean, and excitement to watch things that elevate the culture, that raise the bar on the standard in which we present ourselves.
Yes.
But also just to have fun.
Bitch,
you know what I mean?
St. John was there?
Yeah, St. John was there.
Did you invite him onto the couch?
No, I didn't. I didn't, girl.
Is it because you was with your man?
No, it was because I was talking to Raphael Sadiq about working on my next project.
Brown now?
Yeah.
Yes, that's Elaine Brown now.
She looks great.
She looks incredible.
She's a beautiful woman.
She looks
Her
incredible.
story is insane.
And she read us for filth.
What she said?
Well, yeah, what did she say?
Because she was saying, in her time when the conversation was about Black liberation, the discussion was never about the sensitivity around pronouns. We weren't saying Black Lives Matter and so on and so forth. We were saying you're gonna free Huey Newton, or it's gonna be some more blood on y'all's hands. It was very different. It was a lot more violent, but it was also a lot more direct, and there was a lot more solidarity, because it really was about joining forces with other people of color, but also white people who had been, you know what I mean, on the opposite side of wealth in this country. They really made it a point to create a movement that had one unified goal and one unified objective. And now it's just...
What was her issue with today then?
Her issue with today is that we've grown soft, and that we've kind of lost sight of the mission, essentially, that Black people are still that they are still oppressed in this country. We can't lose sight of what the overall objective is. You know what I mean? Even with the legalization of weed, like I was listening to the girls in the back, like, oh my God, this is so dope for the culture. And all I could think to myself was, you stupid bitch, the only thing that would be good for the culture right now is for every single Black man that's been incarcerated for a fucking minuscule misdemeanor over weed, over selling a small portion of weed or smoking weed or any possession of weed, for them to be free. That's good for the culture. Right. And I think that was the point she was trying to make, which is like, we over here celebrating these tiny victories that really don't mean shit at all.
Do you agree?
I
Ebony?
do. I do. I do, and I feel like it's reminiscent of kind of what I'm living right now. My week has been fucked up. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Oh yeah, because
that's why we had gin for brunch.
now we know.
That's why she came in.
That's why now we get to the bottom of it.
There we go.
It's been a fucked up week because y'all know I'm on Housewives of New York. And I don't expect our culture to have engaged in the episodes, because mostly Black people don't watch Real Housewives of New York. Why? Right. For 13 years, we've never been reflected.
There's never been a Black woman on there. Yes.
Ever. All right, so here I go. Last week's episode.
You've been taking also a lot of weekly breaks because of how triggering a lot of these episodes have been.
Well, triggering, fucked up, just really a lot of shit. But I'm better. You know, now I'm not taking those things as personally as I talked about on the Breakfast Club. I'm almost concluded in my divorce of white people's comfort. I've almost concluded my divorce of the comfort of Black people that are preoccupied with white people's comfort.
Talk your shit. What else, girl?
So last week on the show, there's a scene where we're sitting like this, my castmates and I are in Salem, and a lot of the narrative has been between the white women and the Black woman that's appearing, Brashawn Shaw, that I'm too preachy, I'm too teachy, because I brought them to Harlem for the first time. And I had the audacity to center the experience around Blackness. I had the audacity to center the experience around James Baldwin, Marcus Garvey,
the Harlem
Langston
Renaissance,
Hughes,
like
the excellence of Black beauty and
the intellect
and intelligentsia and Du Bois. I mean, it was dope as fuck. First of all, and they hated it, and they found it boring, and they found it preachy, and they found it teachy. So fast forward, we're on this cast trip, and we're in Salem, and we're sitting around like this, having cocktails, having a good time. And one of my castmates, white Sonia Morgan, says, "You know, ladies, Ebony took me to meet her matchmaker friend." In Philly, we'll get to that. and we had a great time. She was like, and we talked men and love and dating, and it wasn't preachy and teachy at all. And I said, and you're making a good point, which is that because I've gained clarity on the fact that I don't believe you to be aligned with white supremacy, we can do that. Right? Oh. Okay? And I said it just like that. And I said, and so I love the kiki. Y'all know this.
Right.
I'm with the shits.
All the shits, yes.
All of them. But we can't get to no shits and no kiki when I have an outstanding question in my head space and heart space as to whether or not you are aligned with white supremacy.
Right.
So going back to Elaine Brown, that's a strong ass statement. And y'all should have seen the faces when I said it by those that do and don't look like us. The audacity. But get the fuck out of here. That's what it is.
Right.
And I'm not going to play with y'all and mince words. No. It is, you are racist or you are anti-racist in this moment. And I think that's where I very much agree with Elaine Brown. We playing with these people. And when I say these people, I'm talking about anybody not bought in to the full liberation of blackness in America.
Right.
You can be black, you can be white, you can be neither of those, and you can still be an upholder of white supremacy.
Because we keep taking the bait in a lot of these moments, which I think was the point she was really trying to make. It's like you keep taking the bait and being distracted by
small things.
Small things. And listen, and it's not to take away from the small victories, but we have. I mean, anytime I've ever heard any white person in a conversation about race bring up the fact that we had a black president, I'm immediately triggered and thrown into the spiral of, okay, so are we gonna tally up our black card? Right. How many black friends do you have?
Yep.
No, and it's even worse than that, because then one of my white castmates said to me, well, it looks like you have a great life. I don't have a Hermes bag. I don't have a this or that. But that, to your point, Bridget, that's where the conversation goes. And what I'm not going to do is sit up here and be gaslit by your ass.
Correct.
As if,
we had a whole conversation on Patreon about gaslighting, girl.
As if working my fucking ass off to have a life that you deem as first class, know that it is not because of my blackness, my dear. It is in spite of it.
Right.
Hold on. You know where we taking this then?
Let's go.
Rachel Nichols.
Let's go.
Let's talk about more of the white woman. So Rachel Nichols.
She needed a little more. She needed a little more Rachel Dolezal energy.
What'd you say?
She needed a little more Rachel Dolezal energy.
I hate you. So for those of y'all who don't know, and there's no way unless you've been living under a rock, Rachel Nichols is under fire and has lost covering the NBA Finals this year after statements were actually released. So it was supposed to be something in confidence that she said that the audio ended up getting leaked, where she pretty much stated her disbelief in Maria Taylor getting a hosting gig over her.
Yes.
She said, is this her apology or, hey.
No, this is it.
Oh, this is it. So, I don't know if we can hear that, but she says instead of, go back so I can read it. I'm going to read verbatim what she said. She said, hey, instead of hosting the NBA Finals, why don't you do Doris's sideline reporter job for the NBA Finals? ? She then goes on to talk about, because guess what they would clear the way for? Here we go. Her to do it full time. For Maria to do the hosting full time. Yeah. Oh, this is okay. I'm not going to read it like this because it's weird. But basically, she had an issue with Maria Taylor, who is a black reporter, getting the gig over her and basically stating that she feels as though ESPN hired Maria for this job simply because of the BLM movement and the focus on feeling as though they are aligned with that movement and Black Lives Matter and giving a black woman the opportunity to do this because it's good for show.
Right.
Rachel Nichols is very white and said that she feels like this was only given for kind of a diversity hire, essentially. When this leaked, she did issue an apology. A lot of people felt like the only reason an apology was issued was because she had to cover her ass. ESPN did end up not giving her any right to cover the finals. However, I don't want to spend too much time speaking on Maria Taylor or Rachel Nichols, but only in the fact that all of us, I feel like, have been in this position. I want to talk about the diversity hire for one. A lot of y'all know I come from corporate America. So I worked at Goldman Sachs. I worked at Ernst & Young. I got 2 bachelor's degrees in 4 years. You know, I like talking my shit.
You need to.
Bringing, I was going to be
every
a CPA.
Every time.
And I can.
Motherfucking time.
You know,
you should.
Yes.
Every time.
And what's crazy is when I worked in these corporate spaces, I was one of only few Black people on my teams.
Yeah.
There was a handful. And even in my first year at EY, there was a whole trip to Baltimore that we did for the first year Black and Latina hires. And what's crazy is there was maybe less than 200 of us. And this was across the whole accounting department. And I was just like, wow, like a part of me always even gives odes to NABA. I was a member of NABA, which is the National Association for Black Accountants. And I always feel that if I did not go through that association, that I possibly may not have gotten my job. Only because I do know there are a lot of corporations that do have to hire a certain amount of Black people. So when I got hired, a lot of me in this corporate space, in this top 4, in this Fortune 500 space, I felt a bit of, am I here because I busted my ass off in school and earned my degrees? Or am I here because they needed a certain amount of Black people to hire? And so in all of these spaces, I felt imposter syndrome all the time. I always felt like, am I here because they really know I know what the fuck I'm doing? Or am I here because I had to meet a quota? And when seeing this Rachel Nichols thing really happen, it's just like, damn, I wonder if this is the way the white people looked at me in these jobs, in these positions, that I was only here because they knew corporate had to meet a quota to not look a certain way.
Can I offer you something?
Talk to me.
Okay. So I want to be real clear here. I'm going to slow it down.
Let's go.
I want to make sure that as educated, qualified Black Americans, we do not allow ourselves to confuse our offering of excellence with some white people's and some white systems and some white organizations' knee-jerk default to blatant discrimination against Blackness and anti-Black sentiment. So 2 things can be true, Mandy. It is both true that you are wholly qualified for the role. It is also true that you likely only got the opportunity to show said qualification because there was a mandate that required a reconsideration of the most natural form of anti-Black sentiment and discrimination. So let us not carry the burden of feeling responsible for white systems and certain white individuals' most basic knee-jerk to disqualify Blackness on its face. Does that make sense?
No,
because this is very important.
That makes a lot of sense.
Systems and individuals in this country for forever and globally, but we're going to stay right here in America now today, okay, historically have a narrative around Blackness that goes like this. We are by default uneducated. We are by default not capable of the same level of intelligent and cognitive ability. How do I know that? Look, as recent as just this year, the NFL had something called race normalizing in the CTE program. Y'all know about it?
No, I didn't know about this.
All right.
I read about it.
I'll talk about it.
Race normalizing in the CTE?
Yes. This says that when a former or active NFL player wants to bring a legal claim against the league for CTE, which is, the
cognitive brain
cognitive damage done by playing the game. That the Black players are literally held and evaluated to a different cognitive standard.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not kidding you.
That's exactly
Look
how they've
it
done
the
it.
fuck up. Because there's a presumed default of subordinate cognitive ability of Black players.
Wow.
This is for real.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you are confused and you think this is just Black people talking shit and being mad and overhyping shit, it is statutory.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit up here and I don't have imposter syndrome. Never have, never will. Let me tell you why.
Talk to me.
Because I'm so fucking clear about my exceptional nature as a thinker, as a writer, as an attorney, and as a journalist, that I will never allow a space, including Real Housewives of New York.
Right. Oh, we see that.
Okay.
Bitch.
Because listen, I am a diversity hire though.
You are.
Right? There's no way that they would have ever hired any black woman to occupy the space, but for the moment of Brother Floyd being murdered, the pressure of what's going on with Gabrielle Union still suing NBCU around the shit that happened to her.
That is right.
Okay? So yes, there was pressure on a system that says time's up on this bullshit. We have to put a black woman on the cast.
Can I even ask you then? You said you don't you
suffer from imposter syndrome. I don't.
You have no imposter syndrome.
No.
When knowing that you're a diversity hire, then how do you show up and not feel, I guess, angry or upset that you're literally only there because of the color of your skin?
Because I know I'm there by the color of my skin, and this is real deep because there's also the complexion of my skin, which is also part of why I'm there.
Girl,
okay?
we get that all the time. We can talk about it.
But that's true.
We can talk about it.
But that's true.
We can talk about it.
So now I have to show up in the space, and I have a responsibility twofold. Number one, to represent for black women, and number two, to make sure that the next time y'all motherfuckers decide to pat yourselves on the back by giving me and mine opportunities that we have long overperformed for and overqualified for, don't think you're getting a watered down motherfucking version.
Correct.
Because I particularly have a certain aesthetic.
Correct.
You're going to get this full throttle. And for the next sister that looks as light as you ladies or as dark as this motherfucking couch, you're going to respect her for her value.
I know that's right.
And that's very important. That's very important. So no, like we can't, but my simple point is this. We as black folks that find ourselves as diversity hires, I've been a diversity hire in almost every job I've ever fucking had. The first law firm I worked for in Charlotte, North Carolina, very high profile litigation and business litigation firm. I was the only black woman they had ever hired as a lawyer, ever.
Wow.
Ever in the history of the firm. Very high profile firm. To this day, I want to say I'm still the only black woman they've ever hired. They had one black dude. That's it. So there's, again, going back to the CTE thing, y'all, we got to acknowledge this is what Elaine Brown talks about. And she changed my life when I read her book, Taste of Power, my freshman year at UNC Chapel Hill. Okay?
Yeah,
because she made me really clear on the exceptional value of committed black folk to do the work.
Right.
And then we do not need to absorb the society's presumption of our inferiority. We must push back on that.
Right.
We must.
At every turn.
At every turn. So that's how I show up without anger.
Right.
It's humorous to me.
I mean, but
also with Rachel Nichols in this moment, right?
Right.
And you know, from an objective standpoint, she's not wrong to feel the way she feels because she also says, as a woman, I understand what this is about. Because as a woman in the space,
her being a white woman though,
women period in sports are not respected. Period.
They're not.
So and multiple things can be true in this instance.
Yes.
So she can feel how she feels. At the end of the day, sis is just jealous that she's not getting the job that she wanted.
But you know what's fucked up though, Bridget? Let's tell the truth about Rachel Nichols.
It's sad
though.
that she can't even identify herself where she's coming from.
But it's deeper than that. She's not just a random white woman off the street that worked her way up.
She's not.
This is the daughter-in-law
of Diane
Sawyer.
So the only reason,
so you're showing, which is the queen of the
privilege.
She's
had privilege.
So let's back this up and connect the dots.
Her entitlement is professional as well.
But for those that don't know, connect the dots. Diane Sawyer is the queen of ABC News.
Queen.
Has been, still is.
Queen.
She's a living legend, okay? ABC News is sister networks to who? ESPN. ESPN. So come on now. This is privilege meets privilege meets privilege, and Rachel Nichols is upset, frustrated, and pissed the fuck off that her privilege is not affording her all of the opportunity and favoritism that she expects.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, this is my issue with, and I've said it before, with feminism. But I don't want to hear you bring up the woman issue in this, because as a white woman, you've been afforded way farther privilege than anyone as a black woman, and that's my issue with feminism. Like
she's not a feminist, so I don't know if this is the same. This is not applicable here.
But for it to be brought up that it's so much harder for women in sports, that's an all women take. An all
that's what
take.
And that's how she's shielding it. That's why I'm saying it's pathetic, because
that's
really
pathetic,
where she thinks she's at with
and
it.
Maybe a different white woman can make the argument. I'm not listening to it from Rachel Nichols, who is the daughter-in-law of Diane Sawyer and Mike Nichols. I'm not listening to it.
I'm not feeling bad for any woman who feels intimidated and undermined by the presence of another woman, black or any other color, that is more qualified for a job that you did not get. I don't feel bad for her at all.
Take that elsewhere, because we're not trying to do that. That's what we're not trying to do.
But I do think that there is something to be said, but just like you said, not from her.
Not from her.
About the fact that women in sports are not taking it seriously. So it's even more sad and pathetic and pitiful that a woman would go this low and make it about the fact that all women have it hard. And
I want to take this though to not only women in sports. Specifically Black women in legal, Black women in accounting, Black women. My really, really best friend from high school, she's a nurse anesthetist. She was the only Black woman in her entire program at the University of Alabama. And so, and she's told me about even the healthcare field.
Sure.
How people don't assume her to be the anesthesiologist when she comes in. They expect her to be the nurse.
Of course.
And she's had white patients asked to remove her for a white doctor instead of her, thinking that she's not as qualified. I've also had this conversation with a friend of mine whose brother is a dentist. And he's like, Black people feel as though he's not as qualified being a Black dentist. So there is question in, again,
we do
like
that
you
all
said,
the time. We talk about wanting to have Jewish lawyers.
Totally.
We have that conversation all the time.
You're right.
I mean, it took so many years from in the music industry, to watch how many people were not interested in having Black representation.
1,000%.
Until recently.
Until very recently. People act like Rich Paul, the first Black sports agent they ever seen in their life, and it's a fucking shame. Shout out to Rich Paul.
I was about to say,
No, mad shout out to Rich Paul.
But also shout out to Maverick.
But stop
for
Maverick.
everyone
but
to bring
let's
those people
break
up.
a narrative that says these are exceptional situations. Black folks have been representing at the highest. See, this is where it gets fucked up for me. I'm gonna say this, and Auntie E gonna get off her soapbox. Okay, here's the thing. What people that don't want to acknowledge the systematic oppression of Blackness in this country fail to realize is the opposite is true.
Right.
In order for a Black person to be in a position of being an attorney, an accountant, a dentist, an anesthesiologist, do you know how motherfucking harder we've had to harder. That we've had to work to even get in the space. Because every system in place was designed for us to never be there. So when you see someone who's a Black judge, when you see someone who's a Black sports agent, someone who's a Black attorney, manager, accountant, financial advisor, know that they're better than everyone else in the space. I'm telling you straight up. We are by default better than everyone else in the space because we've had to overcome every fucking incentive for us to never be there. And if y'all don't understand that shit, I don't know what to tell you. That's the truth.
All right, y'all. We got deep there.
There we are.
Yeah, we can lighten it back up.
You
but
feel
shit.
me? We gonna lighten it up.
I had to go there.
We gonna lighten it up a little bit, y'all. Whew.
All right.
That gave what it needed to give.
Yes.
Listen. I was here for all of that.
I need another one.
So she's drinking gin. I think you're the first person to drink gin in the studio on the show.
Yeah.
Gin and soda.
Yeah. Thank you, baby.
So, y'all, we gonna get into the real toxic talk now.
Oh, let's do some toxic.
It's really not toxic talk.
Let's do some toxic.
But you know where we're going, right? Do y'all know where we're going? You know where we're going? The wine is over here. Hold on, y'all. We reading up, y'all. We reading up because we gave y'all what it needed to give.
We gave, exactly.
We gave.
You know.
Hold on. We gonna let this rock a little longer than normal.
I was wondering what happened to Anne-Marie.
We always
her fine ass performed
She's
online.
beautiful.
She performed this recently, looking like $1 million.
Anne-Marie. And I felt like she got the short change, you know.
The short end of the stick?
Yeah, she got the short end of the stick.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. I would have liked to have seen more from her. I thought she was a very talented woman.
I thought she was amazing.
And then Rich Harrison went and gave his sound to Beyonce and Destiny's Child, and it was over.
And that's what I mean.
And there's the tea.
I mean, but also Anne-Marie, she married her. She fell in love with her manager. They got married. Like it was. She was living her. She's got
a great life. Okay.
Yeah, like she was really happy.
All that's really important.
That's why I was like, I don't think she really got the short end of the stick.
No, that's
because
true. Maybe, but I mean, is we got the short end of the stick.
Oh yeah,
I would have.
There we go.
I felt that way about Tamia, but Tamia's fine ass married Grant Hill and is the happiest you ever seen her. And look at her, still sing.
Fine.
They are great. They look fucking great.
They do.
And that is one of those couples where shout out to Grant for never embarrassing Tamia. Goddamn.
Yeah,
like,
but
shout out.
Yeah, she's so dope.
No, like she really is.
And she could still sing at the drop of a hat.
Face off. I heard her when I first moved to New York about 5 years ago sing at some venue. She sung her face off. Gorgeous.
She is fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Anne-Marie, what's up?
Yes, Anne-Marie.
Hey, what's up? What's up, girl?
Anne-Marie.
So, did we want to be? We'll start with the toxic, and then we'll get into standards and stuff.
Oh, shit.
So
Okay.
let's start real quick because this is the petty shit. I don't know if y'all saw so Lamar Odom. As y'all know, he is the ex of Khloe Kardashian. And Khloe posted a nice little, I'm sure, auto-tuned, face-tuned ass picture on her Instagram.
I don't even know who that is.
Girl, me neither. Apparently
Right.
it's Khloe, but who knows? We can't really see her face.
Right.
But Khloe posted a picture, and Lamar Odom decided to leave a comment under his ex's photo that said hottie with hella emojis. It was the fire emoji, the love struck emoji, the heart emoji, and all of the good stuff. Well, Tristan, with his cheating ass, he decided to comment under and at Lamar, make sure Lamar sees. He wrote back and said, God brought you back the first time. Play if you want different results with the shrug goddamn emoji. Now, that is definitely a threat, sir. And sir, you just got caught cheating on her less than a month ago. So
Again.
Again and again and again and again. So I wanted to ask both of y'all, again, not to really spend too much time focusing on this little love triangle here. If y'all are dating a man and your ex leaves a comment under the picture on your Instagram or Twitter or whatever, do y'all feel bad if your boyfriend checks him for it? Especially because your boyfriend knows who your ex is.
No.
No?
Do what you want.
And you okay with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't care. But also, Lamar Odom is from Jamaica, Queens, so good luck, Tristan. I mean, I'm just saying, it's different. It's different out here. New York men are cut different. I just wouldn't play with that.
Where's Tristan from?
That man has survived so many different
He's
overdoses.
from Canada?
Tristan's Canadian.
Oh, yeah, no.
Tristan don't want that smoke.
He needs to sit down.
Tristan do not want that smoke, baby. I promise you don't. These basketball players from Queens is crazy. The other
But
one
Lamar done also won rings on drugs.
I mean, Meta World Peace is also from Queens. Good luck. They all little tick tick boom out here. I don't know if you want to play with that one. I don't know.
Okay, can I ask you if your man's ex left comments under his picture, is that something that you respond to her? Like
No.
you tripping, or do you come to him about it?
Well, in my mind, it's like, are Tristan and Khloe even together? Like, what are we even talking about? Like,
I don't
this
know
shit is
what's going on with
This
them.
shit is.
I mean, it's reading to me controlling narcissists, like, because they did say that apparently they split. So for Tristan to still be monitoring the comments up under and checking whoever, like, are y'all even together?
I mean, I just feel like in real life, because these aren't real people. So in real life,
they're not
real people
because
because they're celebrities. They not living real lives. In real life, it's Instagram. If I have to check you on boundaries on Instagram in a relationship, we have other issues to talk about.
I mean, clearly they have other issues. That's why
what I'm saying is that's why it's like we don't even know if they're together in real life. That's why I don't know what's real and what's not on Instagram or off, because I just don't take any of this shit seriously with them.
I just also know that both of them be out in LA. I know both of them also be out in New York. So when you say words like this, you gotta be ready. Like Lamar, you gotta be ready, because the whole God brought you back the first time.
That was really
That's low.
That's low.
That is low.
It's also like, baby, some of the crackheads we know survive longer than some of the hardest.
Well, it's
niggas
called
out.
favor. It's called favor.
It's called favor. You gotta be careful from God.
And you gotta be real careful.
You gotta be careful.
You gotta be
who you play
careful
with.
dealing with people
Be
that's got
careful who you
favor.
play with.
Yeah, when you see God, reviving people in various capacities over and over again, those are people that are favored.
Those people that God
Favor
does
is
not play
fair.
about.
And so when someone has favor, you respect it. This is actually why I don't really date and have relationships with people that are on social media.
Oh, I love it. That's what I said last week, girl, or the week before,
and I'm not,
whatever.
Just no judgment, because I have obviously, because of what I do for a living, I have to be engaged with social media. But I love a low key, no profile, having ass man.
Oh, girl, me too. I just told Bridget this. I said, there's no way I would even want. So
I know she's like, I get nervous sometimes because you post your man so much, and I'm like, at this point, I'm gonna add him or not add him. But it's just like,
I say that because now,
it's always on my stories. It's never on my page.
Well, not only is Bridget Grammy Award winning and all this other stuff, like. We're in a space now where people also like to feel the closeness to you.
Yes.
So if you post your partner, there are a lot of women, while they may be fans of what we do, still want to find the closeness of you. And so they may want to see if they can be with the same men that you are with. Or if he's going to entertain you so that they feel like they have one up on you. Like, I remember,
feel validated.
Girl, I remember I did post one nigga one time. My problem is I share about all my niggas at the same time. So the problem was they was like asking if it was one nigga and it wasn't. And I was like, because I give nicknames to everybody. And I was like, oh, this is embarrassing. They all asking if it's one nigga. Nope, this is the other one. But I mean, I know, I ain't shit.
Mandy lives a life, honey.
Yeah, but
Mandy lives a life.
It's a good life, too.
But there's been like men that I've dated where I've either just tagged them or something because we've been out and maybe they didn't know I was dealing with them. And they're like, yo, one of your fans like DM'd me and hit me. And like now they're all on me. Like even a lot of, I have all my hoes come to my live shows. When I'm on tour, I let them know what cities I'm in. They either fly in or I have hoes in town. So sometimes I'll let them know like, hey, I got someone else coming just so you know if you're okay with that. But like they're clearly by themselves. So the fans, I've had one came to the DC show. They was like, which one you here for? Because I know you don't listen to the show. And he came to me and was like, yo, your fans are really like aggressive.
Yeah.
And on it. Like, which one are you here for? But I say that to say there is something where I'm always worried with her because she posts her man so much and us being in this space.
Right.
Where now women are going to want to try to find their way to attach themselves to her without knowing. And it will be through her man. And what's crazy is as women, we're always told, girl code time, we're always told we can't check the other woman that we're supposed to check our man.
Right.
But it's so hard in the space of social media where we could be out in a space and you know your man doesn't engage there, but there's always a back channel of engaging.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I see this and I'm just like, this is why, like you, I don't want my man to have social media. Like, I don't want you to even know anyone's name when we meet them. Social media, nothing. But that could also be controlling.
I was gonna say that still falls
that
under
controlling?
That still falls under the space of
controlling. I am controlling. Okay, next. Okay. 1,000
You controlling as a woman?
Fuck yes.
Are you also submissive?
Yes.
How can you be both?
Love this question.
question.
Come on, ICE, give us the good tea.
Great question.
Give us the tea because I know
now.
you know how that balance is.
And I need to know because
school us.
I've been submissive in where I'm submissive and domestic.
Very,
but also
right.
in conversation, I'll be like, yo, fuck out of here. We're not talking about this shit no more. And that is my dominant controlling aspect that isn't really seen much with an alpha man. So how are you controlling and domestic as a woman?
At the same time.
Or submissive, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and domestic. You're right. I'm very domestic. I mean, I'm not actually doing this. I'm paying.
But also domestic. But also let's not confuse domestic with basic because they're not the same.
Oh, who said basic?
Yeah, who said basic?
I'm saying because I know people that watch our show are gonna be like, ew, domestic. She's basic, she's plain, she's blah blah. When
really?
people think, yes, people relate domestic to
those are children.
To Susie
those
Homemaker.
are children.
No, I'm not gonna lie, they do.
No, they do. They associate domestic and submissive
to cooking, fucking, cleaning. That's
it. So
yes.
I just want to be clear, having those skills means that you know how to survive and take care of yourself. And that's what domestic is, not basic as in plain Jane, regular, degular, schmegular,
I don't give a fuck what these
I see Ebony.
I don't care what
Can
these...
you give it to us?
I'm just clarifying
I hear you, Bridget.
Clear.
I hear you, but they can not and be, and I don't give a fuck if they clear or not. What I believe as a woman's role in a home, as a wife and as a mother, is to make sure that the home is curated at the highest level.
Okay.
That includes food. That includes clothes. My man is not looking for drawers and clean shirts. The shit is up, hanging up. Okay.
They're
the
always
shit is
clean.
organized in the drawer.
It's always clean.
Okay. The home is clean. The fridge is stocked. You want something hot tonight. What do you have a taste for? Is it Mexican? Is it this? Is it that? It's going to be provided. Do you want a drink? You want a Manhattan? You want a club? All of that.
I be doing that, but I can't keep liquor in my house very long.
Okay. I do all of that.
Could you be entertaining?
Yeah. No, I really feel that way. I feel like, what is he with me for if he has to come home and do that shit too?
Right.
No, I'm doing that. Now, I'm halfway rich, so I'm not actually on my knees scrubbing a toilet, but that's where my money goes.
Right.
It's to make sure that those things are done.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about shit when it comes to home life.
Okay.
Your kids are ready for school, they're dressed, they got straight A's, and that's what the fuck time it is over here.
So in what way can you show up dominant and controlling without losing the
So where I
part?
become controlling, because that's the submission, and that's the domestic, and I wear it proudly.
Okay.
If I'm not doing that, this is me. I'm from the South. I'm a particular age.
Same.
I think I ain't shit about a wife. I think I'm a fucked up wife if those things are not done.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
I become controlling in that I have very certain boundaries. I don't believe in my man having all these fucking female friends. Fuck out of here. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. I'm your fucking friend. Okay? What the fuck you want to do? Where you want to go?
He can't have other female friends?
I mean, listen. Listen.
Oh wait, this is a hot take. I'll tell you that.
No, because also Mandy and I had a really great conversation breaking down the difference between friends and acquaintances and peers.
If y'all have ever
like
fucked, you're not his friend.
Okay, so I agree with that. I don't believe ever fucked friends. I agree.
That's
that
not
can't
your
be your
friend.
friend. I believe that.
Because I don't fuck my friends, you can't fuck your friends.
I believe that. Now, but do you believe that a woman?
That's how
and a man,
I feel. And that's why I say I'm controlling.
Hold on, real quick. Y'all can't see everyone behind the camera.
Sorry.
But the faces. Yeah. If they had a mic, there would be words shooting out, cutting us off right now.
Because I know Savon got a million questions right now.
John's just like, excuse me. Okay, so they can't have female friends
that they fucked.
Mm-hmm. What else are you controlling in?
I'm controlling about this shit. You can have social media, of course. You're grown.
But don't embarrass me.
I'm very big on that. Don't put out energy that you know I live and work in a public sector.
Yep.
Do not ever put me in a position, because I would never do that to you.
Amen.
I would never show up at a fucking fundraiser for Goldman Sachs thirsting after a motherfucking VP at your company.
Right.
So don't do that shit to me.
Right.
These are my colleagues. Mm-hmm. If my man is on your page or your page, about ha 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 ha, bitch, fuck you.
Right.
Go be with her then. Is my attitude. Don't do that to me. Not that you're not beautiful.
But
don't be fucking disrespectful.
It's a boundary.
So yeah, that's why I'm controlling.
Okay. You know what? I ain't even got nothing to say about that except the friends. I also feel like I've dealt with older men now, and because of their traditional sexist ass misogynistic mindsets. They haven't felt the need to be friends with a lot of women unless they're
and that's how most men are. Yes,
most women are that way.
That's how most men are.
But being a millennial woman, I now view that as very sexist. Like, what do you mean you can't be friends with a woman? Like, like Savon, me and him call each other. Like, I have friends that FaceTime me late night. It's not a booty call.
And
I
believe you, Mandy. Everybody has a different lived experience. I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, because I love and respect y'all, the truth. I don't have nobody that's a man with a penis that's heterosexual that wants to just be friends with me. Oh. The reason they're friends with me is because that's all they can be. That's my lived experience. Not saying that's every man that's friends with you or you. I'm just telling you, I know my male friends, if they were here right now, would be like, she's telling the motherfucking truth. The minute I got an opportunity to be more to her than that, if he's heterosexual, he would be.
Is that a problem?
I'm a good ass woman.
But is that a problem?
I'm a good ass woman. How did I blame him? But if I'm my man, but here's the thing. But if I'm my man, why the fuck do I want that around my woman?
Okay.
Why do I want a motherfucker waiting for an opportunity? Waiting for the night where I pissed her off, and now I'm in proximity, and we out getting a drink, and it's a situation. Come on, I'm risk adverse.
Talk your shit. Y'all are so good with these words. What does that mean?
And I've been in situations.
What does that mean real quick? Nah,
you know what that means.
I mean, it's something. You go on the opposite of risk.
Pretty much. Risk averse means just it's preventative action.
Okay.
Yes.
So you don't want to put yourself in a situation where there's even an opportunity.
Preventative, like Plan B. I get where you're at now.
There you go.
Well, preventative is damage.
Like
damage control.
Birth control. Okay,
preventative.
That's what it is.
No, I agree. I agree to some extent, but I also that's how I determine what my good friendships are, because I have a couple heterosexual male friends.
Right.
That might be true. But I will say, in moments where I've been in relationships and I've gone to them for advice about my relationships, they
respected your boundaries.
They always respected my boundaries, and they always erred on the side of devil's advocate, where it's like, you got to give your man another shot, because
that's great.
They've always provided really substantial perspective for me.
I feel you.
Because I'm a bulldozer as a woman. In a relationship, for the most part, historically, I'm a bulldozer. If you upset me, if you antagonize me in any capacity, if you get under my skin, if you challenge me in a way that I don't feel is productive or progressive in this relationship, I'm 100% going to blow you up. I turn into a tank very quickly.
We know you.
So
spaghetti sauce and all.
I will clear the fucking rack. So in my mind, like when I think about friendships between men and women, the part that gets tricky when things change is I have had, Mandy has said she's had sex with all of her friends. Most
my girlfriends.
Most of your girlfriends.
Girlfriends, not my guy friends.
But you've had sex with some of your friends, which means that you guys then can go back to being friends. So even if you had sex with one of your friends and it never happened again, y'all went back to a space where y'all can be cool and it not be a thing. I will say
it is different between men and women, though.
How so?
Like being bisexual, knowing that I want a partner in the long run to be a man, and knowing that I can share my friends and it's just fun and we go back to being friends.
This is an important point.
So I'm bisexual in a way that I really enjoy having sex with women, but I don't want to have a relationship with women.
And that's the difference.
So there's not much of like if you fuck me,
and I'm a sapiosexual, and I always want more.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Okay, see,
I don't have casual sex. Never have since I've been having sex since I was 19.
Okay,
I am a sapiosexual. I only see sex as a vehicle for commitment and deeper connection.
Got you.
And partnership.
I mean, we could connect over some drinks, girl, but I'm gonna eat the pussy too.
I understand what you're saying, and for that makes sense to me, right?
Well, I mean, so but
it's different for girls.
Yeah, I've had casual sex with guys that have eventually become my friends, where it's like I would never revisit that.
Girl,
you would
just
never
say
revisit
the dick
that.
was whack. That's why.
And no, because also
she said she gonna take a sip to that.
Because also it was similarly to Ebony. I'm not a person that looks at sex that casually. So if that's what we're doing, then I'm looking at it as a means to an end, which is the end is the relationship. So that's really been the reason why was because I wanted a relationship and they didn't. So no problem. I'm not fucking you. So bye.
Right. So right.
So that's why that ended up being that. Not that necessarily the dick was whack, but just in general, there are a couple situations where those are guys that are cool with me. The minute I'm in a relationship, though, y'all don't exist.
That's how I feel.
Y'all don't exist.
That's how
We're
I feel.
cool. You can send, you can say what's up. Hey, just thought of happy birthday.
But I'm not sitting on the phone with you.
But we not
I'm
hanging.
Not posted
we can't
up.
really
we not
hang
going
out.
to dinner.
No. We not kicking it no more. No. So
do you know how long it took for like niggas to really realize that with me? Like when I was in my relationship.
It didn't take long for me at all. I was real quick to be like, I'm in a relationship
like that.
I'm not in a relationship.
It's a slide. I mean,
because
it
they
takes
always do,
and they always come back.
I'm mean.
Period.
I'm just mean. So maybe that's why niggas don't try me the same way. I'm mean.
And that's probably why they're not running up behind you the same way. Because once you let them know, to your point, Bridget, I'm not fucking with you like that. Yeah. They're like, all right, let me put my energy to a bitch.
Also niggas ain't shit because I let a nigga know I had a nigga, and guess what he did? Slid in Bridget's DMs. So I hate men, okay? Niggas ain't shit.
He sure did.
He sure did. And I'm like, nigga, you will never get this pussy again because you see that this is who the fuck I work with now. My nigga, this is my friend.
I saw the DM.
She already knew.
I saw the DM and I screenshot and sent it right to her.
And I was like, yeah, bitch, that nigga will never get this. He can't sniff my pussy from a mile away. If it even, because I have pheromones, but they good.
I said, these men
I
don't
love
care.
the definition of sapio up here, though, by the way.
Okay. Oh, look. Okay, come on, Scream Man with the fucking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely
sapiosexual. Do you want to read that?
Yes.
Because I ain't going to hold you. If you look good, I'm good.
Finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. And a person who finds intelligence sexually attractive or arousing.
Girl, I fucked athletes. I'm clearly just a looks person.
Yeah.
Because niggas don't be having nothing to talk about.
I think most people are. I think most people have sex based off physical attraction. You could look fucked up and I could find you so sexual. And you could look fine as hell. And I'm just not, it does nothing for me. It's the Sahara down there.
I need both.
I need both. Yeah. But nope, just looks. I've like fucked a guy. And then
I need both, but no, just looks.
And that's no problem.
No, girl, I fucked a guy. And then he started talking after, and I was like, oh,
please shut up.
Just shh. Don't talk anymore, please. Damn, because you're just so fine.
Don't speak. You know just what I say.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have had the song pulled up.
Right?
I can't work that
Don't
fast.
Speak.
Don't speak.
I do really like her too. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Gwen Stefani. Her new nuptials.
Her new nuptials.
She got married to a country.
Can I ask you? Did they meet on The Voice?
I think so.
I think they did,
bro. Yeah. That was so cute.
Yeah. That is cute.
That was so cute.
I like that.
I'm happy for them.
Imagine, that's how you meet. I guess your partner. That would be
we
cool.
all meet people at work. So there we go.
Well, I don't think Drake worked the sideline to high school basketball.
I wonder how he did meet this woman.
They definitely met by him going to the game. Okay, y'all know we're going to talk about it because we had to talk about it because this is the motherfucking tea. First off, Drake dates everybody, so I don't know why this is tea. But Drake did some off-the-wall boss nigga shit. He rented out the entire Dodger Stadium to take Mr. Amari Bailey's mother on a date. Now, we all did see the picture. A couple weeks ago, they were sidelined together.
Yes.
And we really just saw her ass when she stood up. But he did a good job by not even looking. It was not even identified that they were there together. However, somebody in a goddamn helicopter got these images of him renting out Dodger Stadium to take her on a dinner date, it looked like. Now, y'all know, I don't care about where Drake is sticking his dick or what this woman is doing in her sex life. I'm just looking at the date, bitch.
Yeah.
This is Dodger Stadium, empty, with nobody there, nobody seeing.
With a table, a whole dining room table, a
standing
bar.
bars. Yeah.
Probably open bar. I doubt they even had to leave a tip.
Oh my God.
At least Drake covered the tip, I'm sure. So I'm looking at this and I hear all the men talking about it. Y'all know Drake is Drake. Drake got money. But I'm looking at this because we know that her son is definitely going to be heading to the NBA.
Yeah.
Amari Bailey is one of the top recruited high school basketball players right now. She is also beautiful. But when I saw this, I was just like,
She's cool, hot mom.
can she, how do you date somebody after a man just rented out Dodger Stadium for you? How?
I mean, Cassie left Puff and went and had two
Oh,
babies
shit.
and got married
can
and
happen.
found love.
You right.
It happens.
It does happen.
It
I
happens.
will say it's maybe hard though.
It's hard.
I will say, at least from my experience,
That laugh. Oh my God, I'm dying. Because you're like, no, bitch, I'm not going back.
I can't go back.
So wait, if a man does this is the standard now, right?
Girl, I'm a mess.
Look,
The standard is Dodger Stadium? Nah, the standard
I don't
can't
think
be
the
Dodger
standard is Dodger
Stadium.
Stadium. I don't think the standard is always a private jet. But I will say, but I will say this, and one has to be mindful if you've had exposure to this, that this isn't the absolute norm. Like every dude, once you've dated a billionaire, which I might or might not have done,
Talk your shit.
you can't.
Talk your shit. E.
No, I'm just saying. Well, once you've done
She
that,
said allegedly,
you
bro.
have
Calm down.
to be mindful as to say this can't be the standard for
Right.
every man moving forward. Because
Right.
when you do that, you do set yourself up to fail.
Right.
Straight up. Lessons from an old bitch. You set yourself up to fail when the standard becomes that unobtainable.
Right.
That said, there's certain things, and you got to go into your heart space. And y'all ladies have seen my list.
Yes.
What feels reasonable based off of what you can support yourself. Correct. And that's what I think the standard is. It's less about what Drake can give you. Fuck, who's Drake, right? Who's Drake? Who's LeBron? Who's Dwayne Wade? Like, come on. There's only so many of those Robert F. Smith types in the world. But what can you reasonably provide yourself that you enjoy that you're now willing to go back from?
Yeah, but the problem with that, Ebony, is that, and we've heard this conversation regarding the modern day woman, a lot of men of this caliber don't give a fuck what you bring to the table, don't give a fuck what your degrees are, don't give a fuck what you can make. Yeah. So when you do get this caliber, unfortunately, I don't know if y'all saw the viral video going on too, of the one girl who was saying, like, my man put me in an apartment and got me this car, and even though we broke up, I now feel like this is my standard of dating,
right.
and he has to pay for that until I find someone else that can give that to me.
I heard that. Yeah,
So,
that was ridiculous.
So the idea that, yes, we get those standards. We have guys that show up for us in a way that we're like, oh my God, I'll never take a man that can't show up like this for me. But realistically, men don't care if you could show up for yourself in this way. Like Drake don't give a fuck if she could rent out Dodger Stadium by herself.
No, but it's about her standard. It's not about what Drake or these men think, Mandy. It's about what you require. So, for instance, because of my cumulative most recent relationships going back 6 or 7 years, I'm going on 2 massively international big trips a year. Period.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. If you are a man that wants to be with me and you cannot do that for any reason, we can't be together.
Ebony said Miami is not a vacation, sir.
Listen, period. Not even close.
International. And by the way, that
And not
does
the Caribbean.
That's not Puerto Rico. That's
not the Caribbean.
That is not Hawaii.
At this point, that's not Tulum. Bitch,
That's
just
not nothing in the Caribbean.
Sorry.
It's
I
actually
love
nothing even in the motherfucking Atlantic Ocean. How about that?
Oh, talk your
So
shit.
we got.
She said the Mediterranean Sea, bitch. The red one, or the Niger River, or what
And
is
that's
it?
it, 'cause
The
I love
Nile?
travel.
Nile, sorry, Nile. The Nile.
But yeah, but that's that. I want to say one thing that disturbs me about this, and I could be off the rails, but I doubt I am.
Here we go.
This is Drake being very suspect to me.
Oh,
This is Drake, who we all know is obsessed with being an athlete. We all know he never will be.
Correct.
This is Drake being pressed the fuck out to be in proximity
Yep.
to the NBA.
Yep.
And that's what that is.
dang. You know what's crazy? They be loving to call us groupies, but we had a whole
He's a
conversation.
fucking
He's
groupie.
a male groupie.
But
And I
also-
love Drake, but this is some pressed groupie shit right here.
And also something to consider, right, Mandy, about what you said is that a lot of men at a certain level don't care what you bring to the table. once a woman gets to that level, a lot of women don't either.
Talk to me.
That's true. A lot of women don't either. Once they get to a place where they can provide something, like we were laughing about J-Lo. It's like at the end of the day, J-Lo is going to go back and fuck whoever or be with whoever or date whoever whenever she feels inclined because she's got everything that she needs and then some. She can pay for whoever. Mariah Carey is dating her dancers. She's been dating her dancers
Madonna's
for
been
years.
dating dancers for 30 years.
Madonna's been dating dancers
Yeah.
for 30 years. Like these women don't care. It's like they're dating.
is true.
They're dating people that fulfill the needs for them in a relationship, which sometimes doesn't mean matching them financially or
Clearly.
matching what they're doing at all.
Oprah been with Stedman for 100 years.
I want to
I
Stedman.
still don't know what
But she
Stedman
won't,
does.
but she
What is
won't
Stedman?
marry him.
still don't
Stedman
know
was
what
like
Stedman
a
does.
Wall Street guy. He was like a
Oh,
broker
okay.
or a trader or something. It was fine, but you can't do nothing. You can't touch Oprah with a 10-foot
Well, you know
stick.
what? I'll be honest with you.
Ever?
Ever.
Well,
Ever.
those are
Ever.
the conversations that
But that's
are
why she didn't marry his ass either.
I was going to say those are the conversations happening now because we've seen what's happened with the Mary Jays, with the Wendy Williams, with all
Halle
these women-
Berrys.
with Halle Berry. So, I mean, that's a space where I've been in where I don't necessarily know if I want marriage without a prenup as a woman.
Okay,
asking
well, I'm
for a
going to
prenup.
answer it for you.
What you say?
You do not ever want a marriage without a prenup, Mandy.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm
Talk about it.
no.
Okay. Talk about
Well,
it.
I know that,
Okay.
but also as women, and I guess let's get into the race conversation because this is really what it is. If you're talking about women showing up a certain way when they don't need men for certain things, and even the way we just talked about Drake, he don't give a fuck if she has money or not.
Right.
When it comes to me and dating, I only want to date black men.
Right.
So in the phase that I am now, financially, where I am, again, we all know the statistic. African Americans make up 13% of the US.
Yep.
Then if I'm looking for men, women are actually more than men, I think by like 55 to 45%.
Yes.
There's more black women than black men
Yes.
in the US. And then of course, when you get that down, you have the black men that are incarcerated, unfortunately. Then you have the black men that are gay. So now I'm looking at the statistics of the black men that are left and wanting to have one that makes over six figures is also 1%.
It's a very small
But wait
pool.
a second. Then you got the 1% that does make six figures. Heaven forbid they even want a black woman. So in having these conversations, I'm having the issue now in dating and not looking towards the financials. And I know that as women, we constantly seek providers. And
Some of us do.
no.
Not at all.
No.
No, she just talked about that.
I'm only
I've
changed-
never- I don't-
But
I'm
as
not
a
interested in
woman
that.
who can now provide for myself, this is the first time in my life where I'm not looking for a provider.
Right. Now I want to be clear. I do. Motherfucker got to provide for me, goddammit. But go ahead, Mandy. Let's go
but
back.
I say that because
I mean, listen, and literally, I'm in a relationship with somebody now who's like, no, I'm paying for this. No, I'm providing this. And
he's grown, right?
And
Can I
he's
ask how
grown.
old he
He's
is?
40.
Yes. Okay.
So in his mind, he's like, there's no
young
other
to
way,
me,
sis.
but yeah,
There's no
yeah.
other way. You have to eat this. Just
Yeah.
sit down. Don't even reach for your wallet. Don't play
So
me.
attractive. When I do the pump
Not
fake,
so attractive.
when I do the pump fake,
It's giving.
and you let me get
Put
this
your
motherfucker
wallet-
this far out.
If my wallet gets to the table, he's looking at me
It's
like,
like, you
"Are
won't see me
fucking kidding?"
again, bitch.
Right.
Can I be
You
honest
won't
with
see
both
me
of y'all?
again. Go
That
ahead.
is both of y'all's fucking problem.
Why?
That pump fake is so fucking
Mine is not a
childish.
pump fake.
Don't pump fake.
I
this
don't
It's
shit.
not
pump
that
fake.
fake. I mean, it's. I will pay if you
I don't
let
pump
my
fake. I
wallet
pay.
get
That's
out.
the problem.
I'm paying.
Oh, the menu comes out. I'm smiling, looking at you.
Oh,
And
you don't even.
Thank
When,
you.
when the check
I'm
comes,
not pump
Mandy,
faking
wait,
on a date.
wait,
No,
time
my
out.
nigga,
Oh, shit.
no.
I'm getting upset. Time out, Mandy.
Yes,
When
let's
the
go.
check is on the table at
Yes,
the end,
yes.
how long are you gonna let that check sit there before somebody pulls the card out?
I'm gonna say they brought the check. What are you talking about, sis? If I'm on a date and a nigga just lets that shit sit there, maybe he missed it being dropped. I'm gonna let you know you didn't put your card in. I think they're waiting for that.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here. If
Okay.
I'm on a date
Oh,
and
no,
I
well, my man asks for the bill, so
Yeah.
I'm not saying shit because you
Yeah.
asked for it and he brought it and
Nah,
it's there.
nah,
and,
bruh.
But on
and
the
it's-
first date-
on a first date, there's
Yeah.
no pump faking shit.
No,
I'm
not in the
coming,
first date.
I'm
Okay.
not
There's
coming
no
in
pump fake, but-
swinging my dick with you. You
Oh,
know I have
no,
fucking
no.
money.
Right.
You have yours. Show me how
But at
long that
some
thing
point,
hangs.
at 20 minutes, the bills. Because if that's my rule, of course I expect you're a grown fucking man. You should pay for all these goddamn dates in the beginning until we go together.
How many dates
And
should he
then-
pay for?
At least 3 in a row.
Okay.
Now,
I
once
agree.
we are exclusive and we're together, Of
Now
course,
my-
I'm gonna pick up a little.
Nigga, I'm gonna pick up breakfast.
Yeah, some little light
got the
work
waffles,
shit.
baby? I
Don't
got
order
you.
more than 2 drinks, though. I'm just fucking with
Yo,
y'all. I'm just fucking
we're
with
just playing,
y'all.
We're just playing. We're just
fucking
playing.
with
We're just
y'all.
playing.
Come on, it's a
Yeah,
joke.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Don't you dare order bottomless on my
Right,
bill.
motherfucker, talking about this
Got me
goddamn
fucked up.
Tanqueray. Shit, got me fucked up.
Can I I ask y'all, have y'all ever gone on a date?
Gotta get this motherfucking Smirnoff. Shit.
I hate you so much. You said no, not top shelf.
Don't you dare.
Shit, you better get this.
I know you
fucking
looked.
house
I know you
shit.
looked at Kettle. You better
Right.
move to the left.
You better move
I ain't
to
gonna
this.
hold you. I know niggas be happy when I order Tito's because that's like mid.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
you know what I
they be
mean?
like,
I be
oh,
like,
she's
Tito's
down.
Nah,
She's
Tito's
cool.
calm down.
Yeah, you order the pitcher vodka. That's the vodka they put in the pitcher.
No. That's Amsterdam, sis. I don't. Amsterdam is.
Oh,
Amsterdam
Amsterdam
is the pitcher.
There used to be. What did we drink in college?
Smirnoff?
Aristocrats.
Oh no, Aristocrat was that.
You remember
shit,
that
bitch.
shit? Aristocrat.
And it had the little
You get
logo
a
on the
gallon for
bottom.
like $9.99.
Bitch, I know what you're talking about. And then you got a little fancy when they went up to Absolute because Absolute that
used
is
to
still
be-
that's still bottom
Yeah.
shelf.
That's definitely bottom shelf.
Yeah,
though, but
Absolute is pitcher
So
tea.
let me
pitcher
ask y'all:
vodka too.
has there ever been a date or something that a man has done that has solidified a standard that you would not go below?
No.
Ever.
No.
So I'm going to tell you about a date. I'm going to tell you about a date that I had for my birthday last year.
Well, talk your shit, sis.
The date was this particular person. I talked to him a little bit on Housewives. He is still a friend.
Come on,
a
air
friend.
quotes.
I know. No, but like we're not sexual. But he's just like because he gives me business advice. He's a minority owner of a team. Brilliant guy, whatever. So I was like, oh, and we weren't dating at this time. I was just like, oh, I love my birthday. I love my birthday. I don't know about y'all, but I fucking love September 9th. I love my fucking birthday.
You're a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
Come on,
That
like
makes so much
give
sense.
us the story,
Right?
Give us a story.
So
I'm a Virgo
I
rising. Yes, I totally get it.
I'm a Libra rising.
Yes.
So I
And it's your
said,
friend,
I
yep.
want to go away. I love to
wanna
go
know.
away for my birthday. I don't like to be like totally local for my birthday. It was still COVID, so we couldn't do like what I really like to do. So I was like, let's just go somewhere, anywhere. And he was like, where do you want to go? I was like, anywhere. So he flew us to Cape Cod.
Oh, I love Cape Cod.
I had not been. I
Where
had
that
not
at?
been.
Where's that?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. I'd been to Martha's Vineyard, but I'd never been to Cape Cod. He flew us to Cape Cod on his jet. We stayed in the most gorgeous villa for 4 nights. It was amazing. He gave me actually this bracelet. We had never even kissed. This is
Girl, you know now when you date the next nigga, that bracelet got to come off, sis.
Oh, none of this is coming off.
No.
First of all, not the
No.
love
Oh.
bracelet from my ex-fiance, not my Cartier.
Oh,
This
wait.
is from me. Oh,
Wait.
this is a life.
Wait, but that's the life of bodies on your wrist. Wait,
And they were all lovely. They were beautiful. I have beautiful stories to go with each.
And
What?
and when you wait, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want
know
my
about
man.
that.
Yeah,
My
I don't
man-
know
my
about
man
that.
is not wearing
my
no
man
jewelry,
is not wearing
no
jewelry or
nothing that
gift
a
or
bitch
clothes
bought.
or nothing from
Put
the
a
last
pin in
bitch.
that. This is a good conversation. But let me finish this
Okay,
date.
yes. Finish the
So, flew to Cape Cod on his jet. Beautiful, amazing. We came back. We dated for several months, and then we broke up. But I can't sit here and tell y'all that from now on, every birthday,
right.
I need to be on a man's jet. Like, that's crazy. That's insane.
Right.
So I look at it like this: isolated experience, beautiful for what it was, and I welcome new experiences. That's how I look at that. That's not a standard for all men moving
Okay,
forward.
understood.
I think that's unfair.
Understood.
I think it's unfair.
It is unfair, but I will say there is a level of.
I don't think it's unfair.
No.
So you think that, Bridget? You think
Okay,
that
wait,
from
no,
now on?
that was a lot.
That's a lot.
But I'm like, when it comes to certain like caliber of restaurants.
Oh well, yeah.
certain
But we're not
calibers
going to
of-
Applebee's up in this bitch.
I don't even look at the caliber.
We talked
of
about
things.
Applebee's. Ain't nobody taking me to motherfucking Applebee's. I don't take myself to motherfucking Applebee's. You hear me?
Applebee's,
There you go.
Applebee's got good dollar margaritas, and I don't have any
It is
shame
called
in,
sugar.
in Mandy and sis. What do you think you put in all the Tito's drinks that you drink?
Club soda. I don't put sugar in there.
You don't
'cause-
drink no sugary
bitch, 'cause
drinks?
I have rosacea. You know
Spicy?
that.
That's right.
I get
That's right.
one.
I forget.
I can't drink sugar in my
Spicy
drink either.
margaritas,
That's why I'm
though.
doing
You be
it.
getting- you be going with the
I have
spicy
like
margaritas.
I have like one sugary drink in me.
She does.
I get rosacea. So
Mandy's mom just shows up
Yeah,
all of
I
a
was
sudden.
gonna say, that's the white mama
face.
showing
Is
up.
that, is that, is that,
Yes.
oh, is that my white
That's
juice?
your white mama.
So
Yeah.
literally, if I
No,
drink,
black people don't have no rosacea.
No.
Damn.
We have acne, not rosacea.
Well, so literally,
I know what rosacea
my
is.
whole
Yeah.
face starts looking like a red rash.
Yeah.
So I can only when I go out.
This is hilarious.
I can only.
This is fucking. Never in my life have I been in a podcast like this.
What?
Y'all bitches
No,
are crazy.
No, you don't even know. Wait, so we were drinking. I had my tequila soda with her, and then I was like, okay, I can't do any more drinks. I'm feeling hot. So then we did a flight of tequila.
Yeah, we did a flight of
flight
tequila.
of tequila.
Shit.
We saw it going by. We were like, we need that.
We need that.
That's
But
Mandy, yes.
Yeah, so, no,
We
is
did that
me.
with a surfboard by the
Yeah.
pool last
Girl,
year.
I got
Yes.
60 shots of tequila because I saw a surfboard with tequila
She was
shots.
like, that looks so great. We
I
need
said
that over
I want to
here.
order
my
that.
God.
No, but I mean, it's weird because you keep your standards a little bit. What you said complete isolated experience.
Yeah, that was isolated.
But I think the standard really for that would be the thoughtfulness of the fact that you said you wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah.
To me, that's the standard,
beautiful.
right?
No, I agree with it. I do expect that.
That to me is the standard.
I want to go
across
somewhere.
the board.
You better make it happen.
And I've been with guys that are broke, and I've been with guys that are with money that have been thoughtful in a way that's like, you know what, you paid attention. I didn't have to ask you to do this. You just knew because you listened in a conversation and you knew to go this lane for me.
Yeah, but he's still a groupie motherfucker. If her son wasn't going to the league, they wouldn't be there right now. I promise you that.
I do agree with that. I do think there's a little bit of groupiness going on here.
Okay, I wanted to take this somewhere else.
Yes,
because this is the Unteased podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm 30.
Yes, I'm
You're 35. And Ebony
I'm 45.
is slightly older. You're not 45.
Ebony is
I'm
not
30. I'm
45.
37-ish, 8. Go
Okay, so being that we're now in our 30s, the conversation about modern women right now is that our value declines with age.
Which is true.
Yes.
However, this is the space where we can show up and demand certain things. And because we've lived a fruitful 20s and early 30s or into our 30s, we now have these standards. Where are you at then in dating? Because I know I have this next decade. I don't really want marriage. I don't really want kids. But I'm just like, from what I experienced in my 20s, I know I come with now demanding a whole lot. Especially now because I got my own money. Yeah. Oh, nigga. Yeah. Oh, you can't come at me with no bullshit. Like, Nick, you got a roommate? Sorry, we're not doing this. Like, I've excelled to where now there's a lot of things I won't deal with.
But you know what? Dating. There's a lot of girls that live with other girls too, and they be, listen, I laugh because I'm like,
bitch, I'm not gonna hold you. That was my 20s.
I know. In your 20s,
I had 2-3 roommates.
In your 20s, I think that's totally fine. I think when you get to your 30s, that's a dub. That's a dub.
Okay, so it's a dub. At what point then do you hang it up? At what point do you be like, maybe my standards are too high and I should reconsider? What is that conversation looking like at 35, at 38? Me at 30, I know it's changed dramatically. From my
but
20s.
You still have time. I only have 2 years.
Wait, why you
I've
cutting
just
off
decided. I've just decided.
Don't pull a Nick Cannon. Don't pull a Nick Cannon now.
Wait, what did Nick say?
Nick started procreating because he thought he was gonna die. That was what he said.
I don't think that's a death thing. Is that just a woman aging
That's
mindset?
just a woman aging. I'm just going to tell you from what I know of experience and what I know of the men that I do date and what they look for. There is a difference of perception of a woman's intrinsic value after the age of 40. It just is.
Okay.
It just is. So we might, especially black women and women of color, we look great. I've been talking to my friends about this because, they look 26. You might look 30, but bitch, you 42.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And guess what else is 42? Your motherfucking eggs. Okay? This is true. And this is how a lot of men think. I've had women in the last couple of months be turned down from prospective dating potentials because he wants children. And he's nervous about the quality of her eggs and ability to give him children because she's a certain age. And nobody wants to say it. It's taboo. It's fucking real. So I say for me, who will be 38 in September, I give myself 2 more years to, quote, want it all. For me, all means you got to believe in a God, because if you don't hold yourself accountable to something higher than you, you're not motherfucking for me.
Okay.
Number 2, you have got to be successful. Not that you have a lot of cash, and I know we were going to talk about this for a minute, but let's just get to it. I don't care about your dollar. I mean, I do. You can't be broke. But it's less about your dollar amount. It's more about your possession of the skill set to make the money.
Correct.
Because if you lose the money, you got to be able to make it again.
Okay.
It's a few other things. At 40, if I've not found said man and God has not sent him to me, I am going to start settling.
What is settling for you?
Settling means going through my list. Y'all have both seen my list.
Yes.
It's a good list.
It is a good list.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. I looked at that and I was like, I might need to I
might need to copy paste some of these.
Yeah.
And that list came from lived experience. Yeah. That's not an arbitrary list.
But that list also came from, like this Drake date, you experiencing
certain things.
Right.
And I've provided for myself, because I'm a woman of a particular age, certain things.
Right.
When I go to book a trip, if the 3 of us, let's just shoot the shit. We're going to Costa Rica.
Okay.
We're not going.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Right? I love. Right?
Tomorrow.
We're only going 4 or 5-star accommodations.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Correct.
then
That's
why
the
am
only way
I
we're
going
going
less than that with my man? I'm not. So that's where that comes from. We're flying. Costa Rica flight, 3 or 4 hours?
About 5
hours.
Here. Yeah.
Bitch got a bad back. Got to be in first class. Got to be. So I'm not deviating from those standards that I hold myself for you, you know? So that's all that comes from. So in 2 years, Mandy, to go back to your question, I might not be able to get all of that and the integrity and the generosity and someone who wants a child, because that's important to me.
Okay.
And someone that will be a good father and someone that puts me first, because that's a non-negotiable for me. My last fiance, fantastic man. I was number 4.
Yikes. What was number 1 through 3?
The first 3 were his children. We talked about that in the last podcast. And number 4 was
Wait,
his
he
job.
prioritized the children over you?
Over not just me, over any woman.
Oh.
And 2 of those children were adults.
That was the thing. And I know that we've been seeing that with Gary Owens and his ex-wife, where he's like, the kids are adults.
The kids are adults.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what that was.
Something just failed.
Yeah.
But the kids are adults, and so I get that, where even you do have to prioritize your partner.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, biblically, that's how that goes.
That's what I said. I believe in the divine order, which
Yeah, the
says
divine order
God,
is
God, spouse, kids.
children. Yeah.
Period.
Once
So,
you're married, once you take your vows, 100%.
But here's the
and you
other
on
thing
the
about
way.
that. Let's talk about that though, Bridget. Once you take your vows. But I was with my ex for 4 years. It's not as if we're going to say I do and now our relationship
No.
goes
But the precursors have to be covered before
That's
you
what I'm
get
saying.
there.
Yes,
100%.
yes.
100%.
Once it's been 3-4 years, we're living together as man and wife. We're planning a wedding. You've gotten on a knee. You've asked me to be your wife.
We're already planning things
Right.
out for life.
I need to see you conducting yourself as my husband, and I should be conducting myself as your wife.
Right.
If you don't trust me to do that and lead this household and your children, you've picked the wrong bitch.
Right.
So so those are the things. So
Can I
settling
ask you then now,
thing. Yeah.
with all of those precursors and with what I said earlier, you're not stuck on your man being black?
No, I'm not stuck on that. Only because of everything you said, Mandy. I want so many things. It's not even fair for anybody to expect. The numbers just aren't there. Let me say it that way. The numbers just aren't there. So if I'm wanting a certain level of education, which I do, I'm wanting a certain level of financial stability, which I do. I'm wanting you to be heterosexual. You can't take that for granted. People are marrying bisexual men every day.
Yeah, they are.
I'll take one.
And there's nothing wrong with it. No,
I don't give a
it's
fuck.
great. I already told you, I'm controlling. If you want an orgasm, if you enjoy an orgasm that I cannot provide for you.
Girl, you can. Mine is in the closet.
Right. I can't.
But you can.
But I feel away. You know what I mean?
Just comes on and off.
I hear you.
It just comes on and off.
I hear you, but I feel away. I personally would feel insecure about that.
Right.
Understood.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's men that are insecure about women being bisexual,
and I would understand why.
I've had partners that are like, "Oh nah," like they didn't trust me to hang with my
because there's
friends.
something that she can, on occasion, provide for you that he cannot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Which is
owning
tricky.
my insecurity around it.
But here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. With your list, with sexuality spectrum, with all of
So
that.
even you take race out of it, my list is this big.
But I still want to go back to the settling though, because I want to know what settling would look like for you. On that list of things, what are your real non-negotiables? Because for me, a non-negotiable
cheating
was men. Well, yeah, for me, a non-negotiable was men with children.
Oh,
men with children was a non-negotiable for me. I was like,
You
I don't
say
want to deal with
was.
it was
because she's now stepmom.
Because I'm now dating a man with 2 children. One is grown and one is 9. But I also look at the age of his kid, and I look at the dynamic the co-parenting dynamic that he's established with his daughter's mother.
And you're comfortable
with
with
it. And
it.
I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah,
It's
I
incredibly
agree.
healthy. It's incredibly respectful. She's very respectful of me. We have a great understanding.
I believe that. You seem like a very respectful woman.
I am.
Yeah,
100%.
it would be hard to be raggedy towards you.
Well, I'm not a mother, but I'm a woman. I'm a woman first. So I understand in order for me to have any relationship with this little girl, I'm gonna have to
have a relationship with her mother.
with this woman. And if this man is my forever man and her daughter is gonna be around me, she has to know and feel comfortable about the kind of woman that I am.
1,000%.
So
Yeah,
who I
that's
am
beautiful.
But Bridget,
is how I show up.
when did that become a non-negotiable then? Because non-negotiables, you aren't
So
supposed to.
it started as a non-negotiable for me because I watched my friends date men that had very small children and very messy situations and relationships that were unresolved with other women. And so the other women would then be using the children, as we see very frequently,
weaponizing
as pawns
them,
and weaponizing them. And well, you can't see your kid now because you want to be with that bitch. And it was always that type of shit. And so in my mind, it's like, oh, I'm not dealing with none of that. I'm not dealing with no crazy bitch on the side that's always going to have a say because you have a kid with her. No, and she can, and that was a choice you made, which also made me feel kind of bad because I was like, now I feel like I'm judging the man based on the type of woman that you chose to have a baby with. Now I'm looking at you like you made a bad choice.
That is what I did. That was also a part. It wasn't just fuck them kids. That's just the tagline. It was although definitely fuck them
Mandy's
kids.
favorite.
Fuck them kids. I don't be giving a fuck.
But also to Bridget's much more introspective point, my ex-fiance, loving man that he was, he never fully divorced and separated himself from that choice in woman that he made 10 years ago.
And there we have it.
And there was a whole bunch going on with that. And the way she lived, and she moved on. She remarried another man the same year. Honey said blank her name, wasn't worried about him.
Correct.
But he was still worried about not her romantically, but her in terms of the choices that he made, where they lived, everything. And I'm like, goddamn, I'm with you, but I might as well be with her.
Right.
Because so much of our life is being dictated around choices and circumstances that controlled that aspect of your marriage and life.
Right. I'm so triggered right now. Why? But carry on.
But you know what I mean. And I couldn't live with that anymore at some point.
Right.
So that is now my non-negotiable. So I will date a man with children, to your point, Bridget.
Right.
But where are you with this?
Right. So for me, that was a non-negotiable for me in my 20s and entering my 30s because I was like, I'm not dealing with no other woman is coming before me.
Correct.
Like if you have a kid and that's your priority, right? Yeah. That's your priority is your kid, no problem. But also, I also think it's really important for for parents to be incredibly present in a kid's life for those developmental years. Absolutely. Now, like I said, for me, I had never been around any men that had grown children. That were, you know what I mean, or at an age where the situation, the co-parenting situation, wasn't messy. With my partner now, he has established and his daughter's mother have established such an incredible, healthy, respectful relationship that everybody's grown. Yeah. So now it's like we can all be around. Everybody's grown. Everybody's living their lives. Everyone has a respect, and the all-encompassing priority for all of the adults is now making sure that the child is prioritized and whatever is best for the kid is prioritized, which means that my relationship is over here and we do great and we're great and we're well, and that has nothing to do with, that doesn't take him away from his parenting. Right. That doesn't take, you know what I mean? And it doesn't impede on our relationship at all. So I think, what started as a non-negotiable for me because I had no experience with it has now transformed, and I don't look at it as a settling. In fact, I think of it as
that's an additive. That could be an additive.
It's an additive, and it's a call to growth.
Yeah.
What
it's a call to growth to prep.
Is it money now then? Is it access? Is it because if you have your list of other things outside of children, what is settling then? Because
what does settling look like?
Is settling just going through TSA and not flying private? Like,
no, for me that's not a big deal. I told you I'm cool with TSA personally.
So what
shout out to Clear.
They be rude as fuck.
I love Clear.
Clear is great.
I love Clear. And they treat you different with Clear.
Clear is great.
The Clear people treat you different.
Yeah. Clear is really nice.
The TSA.
Shout out to Clear. If y'all want to give a bitch a free membership for a couple of years, you can do that.
I have all the guest passes.
I was about to say I have a free one on American Express.
You get all you get 5 guest passes. I'm like, why y'all giving these passes out? I had to pay a lot of money for this.
I'm not gonna lie.
With the Clear passes.
This is not an ad, but Clear will help you make your flight if you're in a rush. Clear has saved me a lot of times. So shout out to Clear.
It's better than pre-check. I promise you.
It's so much better. The best though is both.
It is.
When you're in that Clear pre-check line.
Clear isn't
There's
at
no
every
one
airport.
in line. Baby. There's no Clear pre-check line. It's the employees sitting there talking to each other, chilling, and they waiting for you to come. Yeah, girl, come on.
Come on. And they'll walk your ass straight to the gate.
And I ain't gonna hold you during COVID. Clear had the hand sanitizer.
Yeah, the hand sanitizer.
The mask smelled great.
Clear was hooking a bitch up in the airport. They had a whole little gift bag for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clear.
I got my Birkin from Clear, bitch. No, I'm just playing.
Not you getting your. She said I got my Birkin from Clear, bitch.
I'm dying.
So
yeah, settling. What does settling look like for you?
Means even less attention on looks. I'm not a looks person.
Oh, Jesus.
But
yeah, I might let you go down 2 inches then.
No, I'm talking about set. You
I'm talking about height, bitch.
She's talking about height.
Okay, yeah.
I might let you slide at 5'10".
5'10". No, that's my joint.
And that's
5'10".
it.
So
you're so short, and you have a thing about against height.
We're not gonna do that because guess what? I have a Napoleon complex, and we're all the same height in the bedroom. So I do have to feel.
No, you're not.
No, when you lay down, we're the same height.
But you don't ride, so
Oh, you don't?
Oh no, girl, I ain't
she
riding
don't
no dick.
ride. So that's why it's like
I
sis,
throw it back. That's a lot of work too.
That is a lot
I
of
feel it in
work.
my abs.
You
bitch,
gotta
I throw the ass
listen.
back, but
Wait, why don't you ride?
Girl,
I'm just curious.
First off, I just lost 80 pounds. Okay. First off, I don't know. I'm breathing heavy already. No,
I mean,
you
I
can
don't
throw
really
it
talk
back,
about
and that doesn't
sex.
take you out. If you can
I
throw it back, then you can ride. I promise you. For
so-
cardio
okay,
reasons.
It's
so
an
here's-
amazing amount of control over your own orgasm.
But not only that, here's the thing too, right? So the way my T-Rex limbs are set up.
So your legs,
does that mean you have
legs
short-
are also short.
Your legs just be
Oh,
dangling.
but when I have to ride, by the time I open my legs wide enough to be on top, bitch, I can't move up and down because I'm damn near doing a
Why
split.
aren't you sitting on your legs?
Why am I not what?
Sitting on
like
your
the
legs.
froggy?
Yeah, put your knees on top of his
Oh
thighs.
no, because then it sounds like, and now it's cracking while I'm having sex. It sounds like a fucking bag of potato chips, and now I'm
Are
dry.
you not like this though? Like, are you not
Hold
like
on.
this?
But that's what I'm saying. My legs can't do that. I'm 5'1". By the time my legs straddle a nigga,
No,
I
not
can't go
straddle.
up and down.
She's not
Yeah.
straddling. Look how she's on the couch. Her calves are behind her knees.
Yep, nope, can't do that either. Nope.
Just not flexible.
It's not. It's not the way.
That's a great hip opening exercise.
So I was doing that in bars, so I
Yeah.
felt like I was
There's
good.
some hoes in this.
Hey,
Yeah, vax that
So
thing
I
up.
can't do that. I can't do that. See, but you have long legs, Ebony. This isn't fair.
No. For a short bitch,
Yeah,
I do have.
For
I
a
have
short
long
bitch,
legs.
you got,
And I
but you
have
got long legs.
This is
My
true.
legs, I used to, so back in school, okay, I'm gonna take it back old school. You
What
remember
have
when
y'all
you
got me doing
real
over
quick?
here?
You remember when
Yeah.
you used to have to be in school, and as a girl, you could wear shorts and skirts, but your arms
Had to be
go
the
past it.
yes.
Bitch, I used to be like, man, my legs are short. Bro, it just wasn't fair. My shit damn near go to my leg, like to
Bro,
my
your
knees.
knees.
And I'm like, bitch, those are capris.
Because you have long arms.
Yeah.
kind
The
of
short legs.
So it's
First
crazy
of all,
because
don't do this with the T-Rex.
I-
arms.
yeah,
you
that
have
T-Rex
regular
shit is
arms.
freaking me out.
Okay. So I have my arms.
She does not have T-Rex arms.
It's freaking me out.
You don't
yo.
have T-Rex
Don't
arms.
do that
Okay,
shit.
wait. And this is being a little bit TMI too. Do you know why I say I have T-Rex arms?
Why?
Because I've never been able to finger myself. My arms aren't long enough to reach inside of myself to go like this. So that's why I say I have T-Rex arms, because I can't masturbate with my hands.
Okay.
I know, it's really sad. Look, see, I can't
That's
do
why
that.
you had them long ass nails before.
No, actually, the long ass nails are because I'm back for the streets. And
No, but that's what I'm
all.
saying. That's why
Oh, yeah.
you weren't bothered personally.
Yeah, because
By
I've never
the-
played with
Damn,
myself
so
with
you
these.
can't-
No, like when I lay
Wow.
down, maybe I got a long torso. You got a short one,
I
but I
have a
got a
short
long
torso.
one. So
Yeah.
when I'm laying down, I have my one hand holding the phone to
watching
watch
the
the
porn.
porn, bitch.
Yep.
And the other one, I could reach my clit, but I can't reach inside of me to penetrate. It's very,
hysterical.
bro,
Okay.
T-Rex
This
arms,
is
bro.
actually tragic.
No,
This is
it's really
tragic.
tragic.
This is tragic.
I've never been able to like finger myself because my hands, it like go right in the entrance, but that's it. It don't
That's
really
it.
go inside.
Damn.
So my little T-Rex arms be fucking it up.
Okay.
All right, Manny doesn't
I
ride.
say that to say, yes, I don't ride. I don't finger myself. It's tragic. That's why I go to sex clubs. Apparently I have to make up for it.
Okay.
So,
and you get flogged and tasered. Okay. Next.
So
Next
basically,
up.
so you-
yeah.
wait, no.
So basically, she goes to the sex club for stop and frisk. No
Yeah.
problem.
Not
Yeah,
for
yeah,
stop
yeah.
and frisk.
Where's
We're not gonna do
Bloomberg?
that.
Somebody
not
get
in
this bitch
New
Mike
York. We're
Bloomberg.
not doing
Yeah.
this. Not give me Bloomberg.
Give
Y'all
this bitch Bloomberg.
petty.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. Did we get to her?
We didn't get to the
settlement?
settling. So
got to
settling,
settling. We're
gonna let
so
her talk.
settling looks like somebody that's a little less attractive. Settling for you is someone that's a little shorter.
Yes.
And settling for me is also somebody that's a little less money than I would like. Not there's a limit, but yeah. I mean, it's not going to necessarily be. I would be willing to take less money than I would prefer.
So would you compromise your lifestyle then that you can already provide
No.
for if you were with a man that could
No,
not?
you don't even have to finish that goddamn sentence. No, because before I do, and that's why I say I'm giving
Yeah.
myself 2 years, because
Yes.
what I am also prepared for, before anybody gets in the comments, you're gonna be alone, bitch. Okay, maybe.
I got a
In
cat
the
already.
sense,
I'll have another
yeah,
one.
in the sense that at
You are not gonna be the cat
39,
lady,
so
bitch.
next September, I am going to start exploring donors.
Oh.
Yeah. And because sometimes, and I've heard of this, bitches like me that kind of have our ways and standards, motherhood can evolve us.
Yes.
And open up things in
Yes.
ways that we hadn't anticipated.
Right.
And sometimes that could make us more prone to partnership.
So it's very
That's
interesting.
deep. I ain't gonna hold
Because
you.
that's
Yeah,
not
it's like-
because that's also not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time.
So because you did no, I mean that's not a lot of time even to build with somebody that you would meet that's new. Like what are you giving yourself? I disagree with that.
Yeah. So one of the mistakes I made in my last relationship was I gave the motherfucker too much time, and everybody agrees with this, from my mother to my both therapists that I see. After a man knows, a man of the age of I'm dating. I'm not dating 40-year-olds. I'm dating 55, 58-year-olds.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Because again, it's not fair to ask a man who's 35 or 40 to bring to the table what I'm asking for.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't had enough time in life to build those
to establish
things.
that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Unless he shoots baskets, but yes.
No. I don't date talent.
Oh, shit. All right.
We
All
have
right,
more
Ebony.
wine?
All right, Ebony. You don't date talent. Oh,
I
wait, you
don't
said
date
that on
the
Real
talent.
Housewives. You date like the
I
owners
date
and GMs.
the boss.
What's so funny is but you know what's so funny is when I first
Where the camera at?
when I first
started
started dating my man, he asked me, he was like, are we gonna run around a lot of your bodies? And I was like, no, you're never gonna see my bodies. Never. For there might be a couple from like early days or like drunken mistakes.
You were a kid, yeah.
But you're never gonna see like anybody that I was like, no. For the most part, anybody
You'll
I was
never
fucking
see
with,
my motherfucking
you won't really
bodies.
see them. There's like sporadics. But if you run into somebody, it's someone I dated, like really dated, or no.
I don't have no bodies that even touch the ground.
I mean, mine is.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that though. I've never like rappers. Never. No, child. Not a
anybody
single one.
in front of a camera is a no for me.
I mean, as long as it's not All-Star Weekend, I'm really good. I'm really good outside
I
of
hear
All-Star
you.
Weekend.
It's just I'm an old bitch. I've been an old soul for a long time. The last
have
time
you always dated men that were older than you?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm telling you, up until until 6 years ago, which was around the time I started dating my last fiance, I was making 2, 3, 4 times as I was the breadwinner.
Right. Yeah.
I was the boss.
Right.
And then I realized I didn't find it that attractive, you know? And so then I started dating older and up, so to speak. But no talent dating, no ball throwers, no on-camera personalities. There's only one star in my relationship, and it's me.
Talk your shit, sis.
That's me.
That's me now.
That's me. That's me. That's not everybody. That's just me. You know what I mean? I want you to be old, rich, healthy, successful, and very comfortable providing and supporting what I'm curating.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, that's it. All
I'm
right,
gonna get there too.
Back to 40. So at 40, I planned, because I have frozen eggs.
Okay.
I grew up with no dad. You'll see that play out on Housewives. I don't think it's cool or ideal to bring a child into the world with no father. I think a father is very, 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 very fucking important.
Agreed.
I think there's things a father can give a child that a mother just can't, and whatever. But am I going to let that keep me from the opportunity that I do think I would have to be an incredible mother? Probably not. So at some point, I wish to curate that, and I'm prepared to see what that looks like.
I will
as a
say,
single
I
mom.
just love that you say that, because I have a lot of friends now that, because they have their own money. They're ready to find donors and create children and be single mothers, because they also just feel like, I don't need a man. And I think that that's a large narrative right now, specifically with our generation, is that I don't need a man for nothing, because now we are independent. We are having the jobs. We are bringing the money.
Yeah.
We are taking care of the household. It's just unfortunate, because when I have those conversations with my friends too, I think that there still is a lot to be desired and needed by having a 2-parent household.
Yes.
And even though I didn't have one growing up, and I mean, my dad was around, every other weekend, if that was it, and child support. But there are a lot of things that I wish I received with that my friends did growing up in 2-parent households.
Absolutely.
That I don't feel like I did. So I do, for the women listening that may be in the position you are with frozen eggs. I have friends with frozen eggs that aren't in relationships, and so now they're considering that. It's just,
for me, it's a last resort. I just want to be clear. For me, that is a last motherfucking resort. I'll probably ask y'all motherfuckers first before I
not to see the thing.
What you doing next week?
Hey, I need you to jizz in the cup for me.
Because, and that's a joke. I think you guys are all dope, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's an ideal scenario to intentionally bring a child into the world with no paternal identity. I didn't even know my dad.
Right.
Ever in my life. Didn't know his name.
Wow.
And it's not dope. It's not dope. It's not ideal. That's not the look. So.
Damn.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's brighten up the mood and get into our... Go ahead.
Freshly squeezed, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, baby.
We always gotta have her
my
ad lib.
That's what I do, girl.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to sing, but she be doing that or whatever.
That's beautiful.
So what I'm gonna do is, because I was with family, I've been eating coochie and I have not been on the blogs. I haven't been listening to music. I've just been busy.
Okay.
With family and extracurricular activities. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna pass the aux to Bridget to start us off.
Yes.
Because I do know that there are new songs that dropped.
Yes, there are.
And that's all I know is because Alex, it's at Ball Till We Fall 1 or something like that. So Alex. I go to his page to see.
Alex be having all the new shit.
So Alex, actually, you've come into now my production for this podcast. I go to your page on Fridays to see all of the new music and see which artists I like. And so Alex posted all of these new artists. I know that also I was in Orlando and all of my friends went to an album listening party for Dreamville this Friday. I wasn't here for it, but they said it was great. There's just a lot of dope music. Y'all know I listen to fucking JVP every week. And so we know Snow Allegra dropped. I don't know. What did you like? Because I haven't listened to much of it.
I haven't listened to Snow Allegra's album.
Okay.
Mainly because I'm in love right now. But I'm also
what does that mean?
Well, because I'm also getting ready to get back into my creative space, and so
talk your shit. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, sis? What you doing?
Work on an EP.
Oh, that's extended play. I learned that here on See the Thing Is.
But once I get into that space, I can't listen to other people's shit. I can't listen to other people's shit
because you don't even want that.
Because I don't even want to
influence. I totally get it.
I just can't. But I'm
gonna write the Chocolate Starfish song for you now.
Okay,
finally, I promise.
Think you should.
I promise.
And I love Snow. Right? I love Snow Allegra. I think she's incredibly talented, and I'm happy to see her win. And I think I love the Lost One single that she put out that was actually my freshly squeezed pick a couple weeks back. And so but I haven't listened to her album. But I do want to say shout out to Boz, because Boz dropped a single with J. Cole and Lil TJ called The Jackie. And we were in the streets on Saturday celebrating. And it's cool. The great thing about Dreamville, right? And I know Mandy is like hardcore Dreamville fan.
Stan.
Even more so than I am.
I met Boz, Boz probably doesn't even know my name, but we embrace every time we see each other because he see me at everything.
Boz is a Queens.
Shout out to just dope.
Boz is like hard body Queens dude, right? And so it's really fire to watch. This visual is crazy, by the way.
Crazy.
With J. Cole in this old ass car. This classic car with Boz. But I'm really happy to see, an artist like Boz and a collective like Dreamville, put artists on the map in a way that still keeps them really connected to their fan base, right? And so I went to his single release party on Friday night, and it was literally like everybody in there was like from age 22 to 35. Like
literally
everybody.
Every friends with benefits that's been on the couch, they were there.
Yeah, it was literally everybody we know in New York pulled up for this, and so. Congrats to Boz, because this, we always, as artists, we always laugh about, it only takes one record to put you on the map. And I feel like with Boz, he's been really consistent with his output, but I feel like this radio record right here is the one that's going to cement him in more people's minds about how talented and how dope he really is. So this is Boz featuring J. Cole and Lil TJ. It's called The Jackie.
Is there a dance to
I'm
it?
gonna check it out.
No,
you
I don't think so. Playing with me. Stop playing with me.
I really love J. Cole.
I love J. Cole.
I just love him.
I feel like he would have went to Chapel Hill.
No, it was St. John.
I mean, it was.
I don't think
it wouldn't have been Duke. It would have never been Duke.
It would have been Duke.
It would have never been Duke.
We're not going to do that, son.
It would have never been Duke.
Hey, can any of y'all Photoshop Ebony in a Duke jersey, please? Thank you.
Oh, my God. Hell to the no. This is good.
I'm assuming the Jackie is the Jackie Rob Parks. Is that right? I think so. Is it called It's called the Jackie
Robinson?
Yeah, the Jackie Rob.
Well, he's
the
wearing
Jackie Rob
that
Parkway.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just want to know when they shot this because everyone's closed. I don't know what temperature
Nobody's
it is outside.
right. Going
I
through
mean,
the same
honestly,
thing.
that could be New York last week because it was 50-something degrees.
And then it was
we're in the
90-something.
70s in New York right now.
It was
July.
cold. It
In
was
July.
cold, sis.
Do y'all see? You have a tank top. You have like
Well, I also have a sweatshirt because I
We're
didn't know
also
what time
drinking
it was gonna
indoors.
we are.
be. Yeah.
I love how Boz looks like T-Pain now, but it's it's cute.
I love that. Well, I mean, he had his hair out at the party, so
Boz is great.
Boz is great.
I know I've had a freshly squeezed from him in the past. He's also one of those that if you ever gone to a J. Cole concert outside of maybe the Dollar and a Dream shows that he like puts on last minute, all of the J. Cole tours that I've been on, all the way back to like maybe not Born Center, because Born Center I don't think he had Dreamville necessarily yet, but all of the other shows after that have had Dreamville opening up. And Boz, Kaz, I wouldn't say JID has been, or JID has been to all of them. Earth Gang definitely opens up for him a lot.
Yep.
He definitely showcases them before he comes out.
That's dope.
And I love that he did that. He even did that for the tour where he had, oh my God, Young Thug. He had Jaden Smith. But he still had Dreamville opening up prior to them.
Even
so
that.
I love them. They put on a good show. When I went to Dreamville last year, or 2 years ago now because of COVID, he gets the crowd going. And Boz is one of those true artists. He's a lyricist.
Yep.
He's a performer. And he's just really good at what the fuck he does. So I'm really hoping that this does get radio play and catapults him to where I think he's
too.
he's needed to be for a long time.
It's such a good record. Yeah, I mean, y'all know I can't get out of here without playing a little R&B something, right?
Duh.
So there's
Duh, girl.
there is an African artist named Adekunle Gold, and he dropped a record with Lucky Day. It's called Sinner. And it's very, the cover art in general always gives me it gets giving me summertime vibes. It's Adekunle with this beautiful chocolate woman in a pool.
We could have added Lucky Day in that picture. Okay, sorry.
All right. Which, I mean, is all the energy, it's all the summer energy I've been looking for.
With Lucky Day.
Okay.
So funny.
Sorry.
She can't just
Sorry,
she can't
girl.
help
He
herself.
performed at Joe's pool party. I was shooting my shot. Don't think I wasn't. Girl. And then I thought he was young, girl. Lucky Day is a grown man.
He's a grown
baby.
man. Yeah.
But he's one of them aged well. Look like he's 23, but he's like 34. Oh, yeah, girl. Oh, don't do that.
It's
Don't
a
do that. Don't do
baby.
that. That's grown man. 34 ain't grown man.
It's not.
Oh, my
It's
God.
not at all.
Now
But-
the 30-year-old's
but
going to be
that's
like, nah, baby, I'm grown.
good. And they're going to be 30.
You going to know I'm grown,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm sure they are. All right.
I'm downloading this now. I like it already.
It's beautiful.
I'm just waiting on Lucky Day's butter vocals to come in, honey.
I don't like that saying. Sorry, I'm triggered.
Oh, okay.
That's,
Yeah.
That's you can't say that.
Wait, what's the
Men can't say that anymore.
What?
I'm sorry. Men cannot say if I can't have you, nobody can. Don't say that.
No, they can't say
That is not okay. Don't say that shit. That is
That
psycho,
feels
and now we're done.
threatening. Yeah.
It's threatening. It's life threatening.
That is
Don't say that shit.
That's real.
Sorry, don't say that shit. It's not cute. But I do like that.
This
Otherwise,
is a good little summer vibe.
I do.
That's
I
a
do
great
like
summer
it.
vibe. Beautiful.
I do like it.
It's a good little energy.
Wait, can I get the... So I'm going to play the song that I wanted to actually open up this podcast to. Yeah. And Bridget had something to say about it.
I'm tired of it.
It's okay.
No,
I just want to play
tired of
it.
it.
Well, I want to play
Because
it.
Instagram posts have ruined it
Give
for
me-
me.
I know, but it's fine.
Everybody has posted this song on every single Instagram
This
post.
is my freshly
all year.
squeezed this week, guys.
I'm tired. I'm over it because it was from my favorite album last year.
This is the motherfucking jam. And y'all, yes, we opened up with Vax and Wax or
Yeah,
whatever
we
the
did.
fuck.
Yeah, Vaxxed and
whatever
Wax.
it is. You know what's crazy? This song just plays behind if you just want to look into the camera like a little Instagram thought and be like,
that's what everyone's been doing. I'm sick of it.
bitch, that's me. So you sick of me, bitch?
No, I'm sick of this song being on it.
You don't need no other body.
Oh, God.
I just love it. I'm sorry. I love it. Ebony, no? Do you like this song?
All this breathy ass shit.
Wait, is this breathy to you?
This breathy is a motherfucker to me.
What is
All
breathy?
this breathy.
Thames actually has some really...
I'm not saying he can't sing.
Well, no, this is a girl now, though.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
whoever.
it's a girl. Which is, I'm not gonna lie.
Even more reason. It's not for me.
You don't like this song?
I don't like this sound.
Oh.
Is what I don't like. Sonically, it's not doing it for me.
I ain't gonna hold you. This shit come on my little sex playlist.
It don't need no other body.
And I be like, I don't, and I bring them closer. I don't need no other body. It's great. I'm sorry. Literally, this comes on, and I'm gonna admit something to you. You know what song that comes on while I'm having sex, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to like it. The Daniel Caesar song.
Which one?
Damn, I can't. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
Because I like Daniel Caesar,
Bitch.
but all this
Daniel Caesar?
breathy,
First off,
airy
I say,
bullshit is
Alexa,
not for me.
play Snow Allegra Radio. Bitch, Daniel Caesar comes up all the time,
Okay,
and I
let me
don't know
see.
why.
Oh, what Daniel Caesar song?
This one, the one that was on the radio. And I just feel like, why do I have you? I don't know. But, oh my God.
What is this called?
Get you.
Oh.
Bitch.
I don't listen to Daniel Caesar. So.
Okay,
Bitch.
you don't have
With a hard
to.
B.
You don't have
Bitch.
to.
That's why I asked. I
but
just wanted to know
listen,
the song.
just don't remember this Daniel Caesar.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I like this song.
Oh
Yeah.
my natural disaster. This shit takes me out of here.
Yeah, this is a nice song though. I like this song.
Me, angels. I don't know the words, but it just be so good.
But I just like Daniel Caesar though. But I think he's
he's canceled. He's canceled apparently.
Why?
Because he said y'all can cancel me. I'm black, but apparently I don't care about Black Lives Matter.
He was
Oh, yeah.
caping. He went on his Instagram live. I think he was under the influence.
He did.
and was caping for white women, and that we need to be nicer to white women and white people.
Oh yeah. So really,
Recently?
In the last year and a half.
In the last year,
that's
during
recent.
BLM,
Yeah.
bitch.
He
That's
was
why we was like, oh nah, sir, you're canceled.
And actually,
he never come back from it.
And actually, it came as a result of him defending Yes Jules.
Yeah, girl.
Because Yes Jules had made some disparaging remarks regarding Karen Civil and Scotty Beam.
No.
And saying that
On top of also wearing shirts that say the N-word on them as a white woman.
But also having, and it's unfortunate that Twitter just completely throws everybody under the bus. But there was like a thread of tweets from many years ago that she had put out that said that black women don't like her because black men do.
Because she has an ass like a black woman.
And so that sort of
and Daniel Caesar
snowballed.
defended that.
And he defended her and
but
said
so did Soulja Boy. And she works with LeBron James. She works with Dwayne. She works with a lot of black men. That no one spoke out against.
No one
it
said
either.
anything.
No, of course not.
No, of course not. And Daniel Caesar also took to Instagram Live to say, we have to be nicer to white people, and we have to. And it was just kind of like,
but it just sucks because he made this song that is amazing. And
I know,
all.
I hate that when a great artist,
Because I ain't gonna hold you. I still listen.
I don't know if he's. I don't think he's canceled for real.
I think
don't
he's
think
canceled.
he's canceled. No, they tried to cancel Doja Cat, and look what happened.
But that apparently was fake. It was fake.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that's what I heard. It was fake.
Okay. I'm just saying we're not canceling artists really no more for their opinions. We can cancel them. Here's where I feel like we can draw the line, right? Where we can start to question an artist for real. Is when they start taking real proactive action in the direction of things that could be potentially harmful and inhibiting to those of us in the culture. Like, to me, I won't cancel Kanye, but I will not forget the fact that he, after trying to tell us to make America great again with Donald Trump's racist, fascist ass, that he then tried to appeal and appease black people by then totally concentrating on gospel music, which he knows.
That's why I bought my Yeezys from Walmart, ho. And fuck all y'all. Hold on.
I'm not saying I don't subscribe to cancel culture, but I will always remember that happened. Yeah. And to me, that's very telling because you put a lot of black people at risk by doing that.
And you put a lot of black people at risk by then suing Walmart and not letting me get my black color Yeezys for $23.99 from motherfucking Walmart because now they removed it from the site because you want to sue them.
Because if you can't go to Bella Noche's in your fake Yeezys, where
where can you go? And
go?
bitch, my fake Yeezys look real and they for the $23.99. Because bitch, on StockX, they was almost $400. And I was like, no, I just want the alien moonwalkers. So I looked up alien moonwalker Yeezys.
She just want to look like a Lego dinosaur without having to pay $400.
Hey, I want to shout out to all the listeners to see the thing is. But hey, if you work for the Shade Room, y'all be bringing our topics to the Shade Room and then it calls for lawsuits.
We love y'all.
And we do love y'all. But if I'm
the
telling
Shade Room provides unmatched entertainment.
But if I am getting my Yeezys for $23.99, can you not put that out to all your millions of followers? Damn.
Made it hot.
Because bitch, I ain't gonna hold you. You saw the little other fake Yeezys I got with like the Elmo and shit on them. They cool.
They cute.
I'm gonna wear them in here. I got them from Amazon.
Okay, stop shouting.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Amazon still got them.
You making it hot.
Okay, sorry. Okay, play your song and then Ebony, I know we're gonna get you out of here.
Oh yeah. Auntie, you getting sleepy. I gotta go to sex. Come on.
Wow, must be nice. Auntie live a life,
This
honey.
Subtle Effects is brought to you by, on a Sunday, she said, I need to go to Saks, baby.
Auntie lives a
What
life.
you finna get some
Moso
case? Oh,
no, I'm about
not
to get some sneakers.
What sneakers are you gonna get at Saks?
Well,
some
I
Chanels?
need some sneakers. They're basic. They're super basic.
They're super basic, but they cost what, $650?
Yeah, they're these.
They do cost $650.
basic.
Exactly
So,
$650.
I only know that because all of the luxury sneakers cost $650. It's like there's
like a uniform price.
a uniform price for luxury sneakers that I'm noticing, and I'm just like
the starting price.
Yeah,
is
that's the
$650.
starting
no,
price.
it really
So
is.
that's why
It's
they're basic.
$650.
See, I'm not mad at that, but I went to look at some Dior sneakers for my man for Father's Day last month, and I
You
saw
were
that
really
they
about
were.
to spend.
No,
I
wasn't.
did that. My
I
ex-fiance
looked
has
at-
these with the bees on them.
I looked at them. See, I have consigned. I consigned both Socates because I was like, no, fuck you. You're not gonna do this to my feet. I spend too much money on fucking pedicures and all
love
the
it.
other things.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this to my feet. Most beautiful shoe ever though.
It
the
is.
silhouette.
It's a
makes you-
sitting shoe.
It's a sitting shoe. The
but
silhouette
even the
for
way
your
your
foot.
arch looks, I ain't gonna lie.
The arch
Yeah.
I've
is
grown
sexy.
into a
It's
foot
a sitting
fetish.
shoe.
Your feet be looking so good in these shoes.
Yeah,
I get it. Y'all don't get to see it on
What
the
size are
YouTube.
you, Ebony? 37?
6.5. Yeah, 36 and a half.
Look
You
at
knew it.
know.
I know what shoe.
Wait, are
it
we
is.
all? Is this? A
I
foot
know what
fetish
shoe.
we all have foot
no,
fetish? A little
I don't
bit.
have a foot fetish.
But
I love
your
shoes
feet
though.
look great
I
in
love
the
shoes.
shoe, but for the woman wearing the Socaite,
No, it's whack.
It's
whack.
awful.
It's awful.
And now we look like we don't know how to walk in heels, but it's a Socaite, but it's so beautiful.
It's
but
so beautiful, but it's
so
so
okay, but it's so
painful.
painful.
girl, I couldn't walk to the mirror
Yep.
at Barney's trying them on. I said, "Oh nah, give me the decolleté, bitch.
Right, that 100 heel height. That
100 heel height.
Give me the decolleté."
Yeah.
Or you know what? Let me be fancy. I'll do
That's some funny shit.
Okay, fine.
Or you just say, fuck it, I'm gonna go straight to the Auntie Jimmy Choo and Manolo section.
Manolo, listen.
We gonna get the Manolo
them
pump,
BBs,
baby.
Them BBs.
All right, calm down, y'all.
Shit,
Not
all
the
right.
kitten heel.
That's the
Although,
Carrie.
no,
That's
bro,
the Carrie. No, that's the
No.
Carrie Bradshaw.
No.
Don't do
I was
that.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
that's a
what
Bridget
is it?
Bardot.
It's the before and after.
Yes.
The decolleté is the pagal. If you do the pagal, it's a little bit. It looks like a Socaite from far, but it's not really.
But it's not real.
But it's not
Not
really.
really. It don't have
Right.
the same.
It doesn't
arch.
have.
It doesn't have the same
arch.
vamp. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
not
So
the
what's your song, girl, for the Freshly Squeezed before we get
Oh
out of here?
yeah, okay. So first of all, I just want to say I'm an old bitch. So all week I've been listening to the Blueprint, the original, and the Carter 3.
I love the Carter 3.
I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it. I love the Carter 3.
Wait, there's
I
people that
prefer
don't
it to the
like
Carter. Well, they play this elite rap game of no, it's the Carter 2. Fuck you. For me, it's the Carter 3. Thank you, sir.
Wait, it's the 3 for you too?
Yeah, it's the 3 for me.
The 3 got what on it? Oh, Amelia.
Mr.
Carter,
Carter,
Carter 3 is good. It's a good
Where's you
workout.
been?
It's a good workout album.
Lollipop.
We been rocking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no. A Millie, yeah. The Carter 3 is the workout album.
Amelia here, Amelia there. Oh,
The
shit.
Blue Lives Matter song, Mrs. Officer.
Fucking
Okay.
Mrs. Officer. Oh,
Yeah.
this shit goes so goddamn hard. Lollipop, this was
Okay,
the
I
shit.
feel like, wait, so the song that I like, so did I
Mine
like
is Mr. Carter because those are really my two favorite artists. in
Pussy
hip-hop
Money
of
Weed
all time.
is that mixtape,
That's
Wayne?
Jay and Wayne.
Again.
But is that mixtape, Wayne? Pussy Money Weed?
That's mixtape.
That's mixtape. Oh my bad, that's the shit I like.
So anyways, this is my shit. But in terms of new music, I am a Snow fan, so I like Tangerine Dreams. I think is my favorite track.
You want to
off
play
of,
it?
I don't have that kind of phone. But y'all got
okay,
it.
never mind.
What?
Don't do that, Auntie L.
No, I mean, can I
What
just
kind
play
of
it and it's
phone
gonna?
is this?
She plays with the aux. Do you have the?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got that.
Okay.
Play
look.
Tangerine Dreams.
I'm not
Ab,
familiar
you are
with this.
hilarious.
I'm not-
You are hilarious. She's like, I don't know if I have the phone to be able to.
Yeah,
So you got an
I
iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
I do have an iPhone, but
I
I'm
halfway
like,
thought she was gonna pull out a Palm Pilot. She's
Bro,
like, I don't
she
have
ain't
the
just
phone
like
for
a
that.
sidekick.
I thought she was gonna
Yeah,
pull out
a sidekick. I don't know how to do this shit. Okay, hold on one second.
Now, if you pulled out a droid, but I'm like, no, girl, your bubbles are blue. You got this.
I got it.
Your bubbles are blue. I know you got it.
I've been on this Carter 3 so hard. I've been on this whole Jay-Z shit so hard. Okay, but wait a minute. Let me go to Snow.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, your vocals sound like mine. I love this.
Yeah.
I love
you don't like that?
That's not a compliment, by the way. I want you to know it's not a compliment.
What did she ask me? She asked me, can I sing? I can't sing.
I know, and I love it.
I can just talk.
I'm here. Let's do this.
All right.
What is this? This is Snow Allegra Tangerine? Okay. I'm reading the lyrics to this one.
Her lyrics be crazy. She be talking her shit.
Well, she really be talking.
Yeah. How much was we got to listen to?
Not much.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like a Hiruchi. What's that? Haiku type of poem shit.
Oh, a haiku.
This is a haiku, bro.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. It doesn't rhyme. She's talking.
A haiku only has like three stanzas.
Oh, is that what a haiku is?
A haiku just only has three stanzas.
I don't know,
it's not really intricate like that. It's not supposed to be that deep.
I like this part. I like the chorus.
You're supposed to be my tangerine dream? What's a tangerine dream?
I'm not sure.
Vitamin C? It should be vitamin D. What's the tangerine?
That would be vitamin C, though.
Do you remember our first date, that juicy fruit you wouldn't name?
Okay, first of all, I don't listen to lyrics like this.
Oh, you don't? You just listen to the whoa, 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 whoa.
No, see, that's why I don't like that fucking new age R&B shit. I just had this conversation with a girlfriend of mine. Like, they'd be like, oh, her lyrics go hard. I'm not listening to this bitch's lyrics.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a lyric person. That's why I like
too.
J. Cole.
I am too, yeah.
That's why
I'm surprised you're not, because you're a writer.
Well, you're a writer and you're a wordsmith.
For hip hop, I am. For Kendrick, for J. Cole, all of that. But when it comes to R&B, I'm listening for voice. Which is why which is why this is not to me R&B.
Okay.
What is this? This is talking to a beat?
This is what my people would call neo soul or some shit like that. Yeah.
You agree?
R&B to me.
No, I think this is R&B.
And that's fine. R&B to me is Kelly Price. R&B to me is Faith Evans. R&B is it's a grittier, soulful sound.
Okay, we could turn this off.
Yeah, we can turn
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never had no nigga that I called a tangerine dream. I don't know what that mean.
Okay. But I did like that song, and I like Snow.
But I did use my juicer, so maybe I used to like orange juice and vodka. That was the thing back in the day when I was like, ooh, let me get a what is that called again? A screwdriver.
Yeah, it's a screwdriver.
I was like, I will take a screwdriver. Thinking I was so fancy, bitch. That was just orange juice and vodka.
That's exactly what it was.
That's it.
Man.
That is it.
Okay.
All right. Well, I want to be petty real quick before we get into the things we don't care about.
Let's do it.
So it only makes sense. Sorry, guys. Ebony K. Williams is here sitting with us on the couch, and I love Ebony, but y'all know the person of this network felt like he could shout you out because he said you felt a way that he professionally ghosted you. And I want to talk about professional ghosting because I've done that and I don't feel bad for it. So I want to talk to you about what professional ghosting means before we get out of here. And y'all know now I'm turning this into Black church service. We almost out of here, baby, but one more. We got
Pastor Mandy.
Pastor Mandy here.
In closing.
But baby,
closing.
Hey, if you made a reservation, you might want to push it back a little bit because we're here right now. But I want to talk about what professional ghosting means to you and why you felt professionally ghosted by Joe.
Yeah.
Because if you guys don't know, you sat across the couch from him or on the couch with him on State of the Culture.
I did.
Correct?
Yes. Yes. But we had a smash up of a good time.
Come on, smash up.
It was really dope. We did. And I went on my own podcast. Okay.
Talk your shit because you got your own.
Yeah, Holding Court with Ebony K. Williams featuring Dustin Ross. That is Wednesdays. We drop on everywhere you get your podcasts.
So after y'all listen to this tomorrow, you can listen to
go
them.
and do that. So I went on that to actually get, because what I do on my podcast is I do legal analysis.
Tell them. Holding Court.
Holding Court. So in reference to what was then a really big story between what was going on between Joe and Rory and Mal, referencing breach of contract and that type of thing, I did a legal analysis. But of course people are curious. Because
By the way,
go ahead.
Can we pause?
Yeah.
Because because I just want to give more, because I listen
Context.
to
Give a little more context.
Well, context to what
We can give a little more wine while we
yes. Well, context to what holding court does.
Yeah.
Of course, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about Britney Spears.
Yes.
We talk about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So this is me just boosting your show because I enjoy it.
Thank you. I appreciate
So what
that, man.
holding court does is give the legal context and really breaks down the legal aspects to things that are happening currently in the culture.
That's exactly it. That's the whole show.
Yes. So it's not like it's just boring old cases.
I'm gonna have to go back to last week's episode about Bill. Then we got to go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we get into that.
She discusses Bill.
I did see that. That on the
She
that was on the last
discusses Bill
episode.
Cosby. She discusses Britney Spears and the conservatorship.
R. Kelly, all the things.
And then
All the
you
things.
did do an episode about, you spoke on
the dispute between Joe and Rory and Mal.
and y'all think we pussy because we ain't talk about it here, but we're friends with all parties involved.
And that
we're
makes
also on
sense to me.
network.
And the
So,
only
yeah.
reason I discussed it was once these words were said: breach of contract.
Right.
When the notion of breach of because what we don't do on holding court is rumor and speculation.
Right.
Talk your shit, yes.
But once the term breach of contract was introduced to the narrative, the cultural narrative,
Right.
Okay, now it's something to analyze.
Right.
So really, the whole gist of the shit talking about Joe and the shits was about that legal analysis. But of course, it would have been, I felt, disingenuous to not at least address the nature of the fact that I have a relationship with Joe.
Correct.
I certainly had one.
Right.
So I just said that I felt professionally ghosted by Joe, and let me break down what I meant by that. First of all, I didn't mean it that seriously. I don't really take myself that seriously. Popular contrary belief. Ghosted, we all know what ghosted means.
Yes.
Ghosted means you're in communication until you're not.
Right.
Yes.
The only reason I put professionally ghosted in front of it, I made up the term, as I told Joe when we did finally
girl,
talk.
it's on Google now.
Yeah, I made up the term.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Professionally ghosted by yours truly. Ghosted in a professional context. 'Cause Joe and I never had any kind of relationship but a professional one.
Correct.
To be motherfucking clear.
Talk your shit.
So therefore, professionally meets ghosted. Joe and I used to talk, not all the time, but we would speak occasionally off camera and off set. Joe was a mentor to me. Joe would advise me, yo, E, this is really what you should be looking for in the podcast space. Yo, E, this is this. This is that. Sometimes he would call me for advice around, yo, we about to break down this Trump shit on the Then Joe Budden podcast. How do I combat it? I give him talking points. Like that was the nature of Joe's and I's relationship. And so when Joe is a fellow Virgo.
Oh, damn. Is that what y'all are?
Yeah.
Oh.
And male and female. Male and female Virgo.
all that needs to control
all
that energy.
That's a lot of
Yes.
energy.
So male and female Virgos can be very good together or very not. Joe's birthday came last August during COVID. I called Joe on the phone, old school. I sent Joe a text. Didn't hear from Joe. That was unusual because normally I don't reach out to Joe much. Joe doesn't reach out to me much. So normally we're very much in response to one another. So that was a little bit interesting. So I was like, maybe, he's Joe Budden. Maybe he changed his number. That happens. Famous people change their number all the time. So I hit him on the DM. Still no response. So after that, I felt like that was a ghosting to me.
That was a ghosting.
And I said it was a professional ghosting because people were curious as to my current status of my relationship with Joe. So I just said, listen, I haven't spoken to Joe. I feel he professionally ghosted me, but I never felt it was some malicious, negative, personal, I hate Eb type of thing. And I told Joe that when he called me and asked me about it offline.
I love that he even did that too. Because I think that's important. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Can't nobody call me now because I done changed my number. But even when that came out,
sure did.
And there was like a conversation regarding this, and I know that we had the
We had
conversation
talked
about it too. And you gave nothing but Joe the highest esteem of.
I still have nothing but love for Joe Budden.
So when it came out and I heard it on the pod, again, the timing was probably also really bad, but also in whatever that he was going through at that time, I was like, damn, I understand how someone could take this personal, but also I just professionally ghosted probably over 75% of my network as well.
Yeah.
And it comes from even in us talking about how the Dreamville party just was, you almost have to always be seen in the space. You almost have to always bump shoulders and speak to people and say hi.
Yeah.
When sometimes you're going through some real personal shit. And I mean,
Right.
we've seen everything unfold over the last 6 months here at the JBN and beyond.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, everyone a part of this, it's just been a lot on. So
Yeah, sure.
From even when everyone was just hitting me up wanting to gossip about Royal Mall or gossip about
Sure.
where we stood or gossip about everything else going on, I said, fuck all y'all, I'm changing my number.
I know that's right.
And people
Yeah.
could reach me on DMs. And I would hope that wasn't taken personal by so many people. So it sucks that when you just expressed that, like, damn, I'm really reaching out to just... Because I do actually have your best interests at heart.
Sure.
And I know that you love Joe. Like,
I love Joe.
He's great.
Joe, I have no reason not to love Joe. That's the thing. Joe and I, from literally day one, and I think he talked to, I didn't listen to it because it wouldn't serve the relationship. But I heard he went on. He was like, I advocated for F. He did.
Right.
That's facts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Certain people that need not be named did not want me on State of the Culture. Okay?
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
He's not lying about that.
Right.
Joe advocated for me to have that opportunity, and for that I appreciate that.
Right.
And also I
think you were
delivered. And
great
also
there,
I
too,
delivered.
Right. Oh,
To
absolutely.
be motherfucking clear.
Talk your shit, sis.
Okay. And it was a great time. And then, like I said, it wasn't like we were BFF or talking all the time. So I didn't take it that personally when he didn't respond to the birthday messages and became unavailable. I figured he's probably at a different space of access. And I think we need to normalize that. Right?
Here we go. That's
Right?
the conversation.
Okay, that as certain people ascend to certain spaces, the access we once had to them looks different.
Yeah.
And not taking that, at least for me, Bridget, I see you, I see the wheels grinding, I want to hear what you're thinking. But because, again, it wasn't like this was a personal friendship.
No,
that's not what I'm talking about.
And
that's
totally
the distinction,
fine. And
right?
that's totally fine.
So if
especially
this is my
because you
personal
reached out to him to send something personal, and y'all don't have that.
And we didn't
necessarily
really
the
have
personal
that kind of relationship.
Okay.
Right. You know, I mean, then and now, but not deep like that.
Right.
So listen, if I say happy birthday to you and you're at a space where you no longer can access that, that's not a diss to Ebony. I didn't take it that way.
Yeah, but I'll be honest to you
Yeah.
in the sense that in the response to it, yes, there was a lot going on that week, but if you want to protect your mental and protect your space, you have to be willing for people to take those things personal, because we are in a space where
Sure.
even if we are in the workspace, me and Bridget had this conversation. There was a lot of boundaries crossed with professional and personal relationships because
that
you
can
don't really
happen.
know.
Yes,
And so in a
yes.
space where, all right, Joe or me, if I'm taking the break to separate myself from just a lot of other people because of all of my inside noise and I don't want the outside noise, I can't take it personal if someone takes my distance as personal.
Right. True enough.
So
True
right
enough.
now, with the fact that I changed my number,
Right.
I have friends now that are still DMing me like, bitch, why do I
I've
still
been
not
trying
have
to
your
he-
number?
I'm trying to reach you.
I'm trying to reach you, but
Right.
I'm just like, not yet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want
Yeah.
that access yet. There's
Yeah.
people within my business.
Yeah.
You can reach me by email. I'm going back to that.
You're setting a boundary.
And so the fact
Yeah.
that, yes, I know there was a lot going on, and I just hate, because I'm so close to you and of course to Joe, that
I think it was
brought up.
misconstrued.
It
was.
was.
I think it was misconstrued, and I'll say this to put it to bed. I don't have no fucking problem with Joe. I ain't never had no problem with Joe.
Talk your shit.
Joe moves like Joe moves, and we all move how we move.
Yeah.
It was simply two things happen, and I'm very, you used the word earlier, Mandy. I compartmentalize well.
Yeah.
So what I was doing was, on my show, I dissect cultural legal issues. I was dissecting a potential cultural legal issue as it related to the Joe Budden podcast and Rory Amal and breach of contract. And it was actually a dope ass analysis. Go back and check out the episode.
Go ahead and check out that
Listen,
episode.
okay.
They all will.
Right.
Trust me.
Separate and apart.
They love receipts. They do.
Separate and apart from that, because I felt it was culturally germane to the dialogue, what is my current relationship with Joe Budden? It didn't exist at that time.
Okay.
Because the last time I tried to connect with Joe on any level, there was distance. That's it.
And that's it.
And it wasn't anything more than that to me.
Well, that's also because
Yeah.
to the public, right, and to most people in general, distance is indicative of a problem. Distance is
There you go.
indicative of
There
an
you go.
issue.
That's a very good point.
And I would really like for all of us, and I say all of us because I think I do it as well, I have to check my ego sometimes in not mistaking authenticity for audacity. And I say that mainly because I think when people are walking in their genuine truth and who they are and who they know themselves to be, it can be off-putting to people that can no longer, like you said, access or manipulate or have say in how said person moves and what that trajectory looks like, right? And so I think we have gotten, social media has made it really easy and socially acceptable to be sensitive to shit that's got nothing to do with us.
Expectations that might not be all that reasonable.
Correct.
Right.
And really
or
and
just
be offended.
high expectations
that aren't that reasonable.
But also be offended by things that are not intended for us.
Right.
And sometimes we end up catching strays because we put ourselves in the line of fire in a situation where we're not even the intended target.
Right.
So now we're getting offended by things that were never meant for us in the first place.
Correct.
So I mean, yeah,
I think those are important points.
Yeah, I do.
I would also
it makes me sad because I have watched people get offended by the fact that Mandy has set this boundary, and as somebody that works with her, but is also her friend, I'm also protective of that.
Yeah. So I'm sure you have your own boundaries.
100%.
But also we're in a space right now where people are truly publicly and personally advocating for mental health.
Right.
So the fact that when I bring up for my mental health, this is what I need right now, and these are the boundaries I need to set.
Yep.
It's almost as if, well, fuck your boundaries and mental health. This is how I feel. This isn't about how you feel right now.
Right. It's not
this
about
is
you
about
at all.
what I need to do to be in a space where I can perform at my highest capability amongst all of the different spaces that I'm in. And I'm not going to lie, out of the last year and a half, this has been a lot to where we've all isolated for so long that now that I'm in these spaces with all these people and back outside, my anxiety levels are at a fucking million trillion. And so even though, yes, I wanted to kidnap you and keep you out drinking with me all night when we went out the other day, or the other week, whatever, the other month, it was just like, I miss certain human interactions, but at the same time, there's a lot that are draining to me. And in a space where I'm confused,
the group stuff can be draining.
Bro, I'm confused at where I'm at right now, socially.
Yeah, with your friendships and stuff, how do you manage doing what you do professionally at the capacity with all the plates you have spinning?
Right.
How do you impose, and place friendships? How do you prioritize them in the same way?
I'm glad you asked. So I actually suffer, and I'm very public about my mental health and all those things. I suffer from social anxiety.
Really?
I really do. I'm an introverted person. I suffer from social anxiety. I just had to have a conversation with a longtime girlfriend of mine because she left New York a couple of years ago to move to LA, and I didn't go to her party.
Oh, geez. Oh no, that's a big deal for people.
And she, 3 years later, felt very hurt still.
Wow.
And I had to explain to her, I love you. And what I did do, I didn't go to her party, and I sent her a note saying I'm not going to be able to make it. The next day, I took her to a beautiful dinner. I paid for everything. I'm glad to do. I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate your movement.
Right.
But you by yourself.
I can't
participate in that way. Right.
Yeah, for two reasons. Number one, social groups like that, more than 2 or 3 people, gives me anxiety. Number two, I don't fuck with your friends.
That part.
I don't fuck with your friends. Your friends are not my fucking friends. I don't dislike those young ladies. I don't fuck with their energy. So I'm too old to be putting myself in an environment that feels draining to me, that feels that it's not serving me.
For me, yeah.
Oh my God. I don't have to, so I'm not.
Right.
What I am going to do is celebrate you in a way that I feel honors my relationship with you.
I didn't know what else to do but the hand applause to that.
Well, because
this is so important. Especially as like this auntie stage. I think that
the older we get,
we get so used to saying yes to everyone, especially because we want to be out, we want to party, we want to do all these things. But as we get older, and we have responsibilities, and we have relationships, and we have like all of these things that become draining.
Yes.
Maybe going out to your birthday dinner is not financially suitable for me. Maybe not be socially suitable for me.
Yes.
And depending on where I am in my mental health, that just may not be the space that I need to put myself in at this very moment. And unfortunately, as a friend, because everyone is so self-serving in their viewpoints on just life in general, they don't understand how much that you really may be going through something, and all they're going to look at is how what you do affects them. They don't give a fuck what you're going through. And that's where you really have to dissect who's for you and who's not.
Yeah. And also, you know who needs to be most for you? You.
Right.
You.
Right.
So at some point, I can't be mad at her. Like, I don't fuck with her. She's good. She's just her.
She's her.
So now I got to be me.
And I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I only ask because I'm in a transitional space with my friendships now too, and figuring out who is going to be in close proximity with me, and I'm taking a page out of
Bitch,
Mandy's
me,
book.
and that's why we neighbors.
Hello?
Are y'all neighbors too?
We are.
We neighbors.
Oh,
We're
that's
neighbors.
dope.
It's literally
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley right here. Thelma
We
and Louise.
literally, I'd be like, girl, I'm coming to pick over my leftovers from last night. Be
Pull
right
up.
over.
Yeah, like it's very. We have built an incredible foundation in friendship. But I also think that in my building my friendship with where I'm at currently, that now also magnifies and highlights all of the other friendships and relationships in my life that may or may not correspond with that.
Yeah. Everybody can't go with you.
Everybody
Everybody cannot go with you. Everybody can't go with you.
And it's okay. And I think the older I get, the more grace that I'm willing to grant my friends and grant the friendship and the relationship to change.
Yeah.
Because everyone is supposed to change.
For some reason, I knew we were going to end up here today, y'all. This is like where it becomes very intuitive. I literally was in my shower earlier, and I said, we're going to get to the statement, everybody can't go with you.
Everybody can't go.
You literally said that? You said that to
I literally
yourself?
said
You knew
that,
it?
hand to God. I knew, it wasn't, I didn't get no rundown. I didn't know where we were
she
going.
didn't. You didn't
I
get
just
nothing.
knew.
And
that
my man says
And
it
y'all
all
know
the
I come
time.
with the rundown.
That is my partner's favorite
everybody
thing to say.
cannot
Everybody
go with
can't
you.
go.
Because number one, they can't get there for themselves. How can someone who loves you deeply envision something for you they can't envision for themselves? That's really important. That goes for your parents, that goes for your kids, that goes for your relationships, and that goes for friendships.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's number one. Number two, people are for seasons, reasons, and lifetimes.
I told her that
Okay.
when we met.
Right.
No one
Which
is
is-
here forever.
Which is very hard for me.
Yes.
I'm a person
Yeah.
that has separation anxiety.
I hear you.
So I'm a person that is firmly attached and connected to every person that crosses my path. That I'm like, you know what, we're friends. Okay, we're friends. And then we build this friendship, but there's so much growth and change that happens individually that sometimes we don't even know, some good and some bad. And sometimes we don't even know what how those changes are gonna fully manifest until they're tested.
Yeah.
And then once everything gets tested and everybody's uncomfortable, then it's like, wait a minute, okay.
Things reveal themselves.
Things reveal themselves.
Things reveal themselves.
And maybe this is just a timing thing. Maybe this is just a like you said.
Could be
just a
seasonal. It could be like a
Yeah.
cashmere sweater. Bitch is seasonal.
It's
Okay.
seasonal.
And it's
seasonal.
like this too. I've noticed a lot of people that think they know me that don't know me. I know y'all are familiar.
Girl, we got a
Yes.
whole podcast
Right?
now. Bitches, everybody, I've been doing this shit for 5 years now.
Yeah, I know her. I know her. I
People
know
think
her.
they
I
really
know
know
her.
me and they don't. And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I've had like my partner for the last year who's no longer because I'm for the streets. But he hated listening to the pod, hearing me talk. Shut up, Bridget.
I'm listening.
But listening to the pod, he was like, who is that? Who are you on the podcast? Because you're so much deeper. I hate that you're so surface on because we had deep, conversations even in hiking and just going out to the park and just talking. And he's like, you don't give that to everyone. And I've said, as public as I am, I love to still have things that are private to me.
And you should.
The conversations that Bridget and I have and who I've shown up to as Bridget is maybe not who I show up to in the public eye, because I'm a petty bitch and she'd be like, girl, you ain't gotta be petty all the time. I'm a petty, trifling, loud ass
You are
bitch.
hilarious.
But to her, I'm not that.
Sure.
To people in my life, I'm not that.
Yeah.
But when people see
I don't
us-
know that of you. I don't know that of you.
but I'm that here.
And that's fine. But I don't. If somebody said, like, what do you think of
Well, Dustin
Man-
too. Dustin knows me in a
Right.
different.
Yeah.
But I believe that that's where I hold my privacy. Yes, I'm open about the things that I do. But my
I
privacy,
do know that of you.
My
but I
privacy
still
is
know
really
you to be
how
sensitive.
I treat people.
I know you to be tenderhearted.
Damn, don't call me sensitive.
I know you to be a
don't do
pink
that. Don't do all that.
jumpsuit wearing, feminine, soft ass.
Don't do that. I'm a hard ass bitch.
you
Real ass
are
bitch.
girl-
Give a fuck
you are
about a
the
nigga.
girliest girl, soft and cuddly. But no, I mean, it's important. Everybody can't go with you. That's not a dig. That's not arrogance. That's also honoring people's own limitations for themselves. I don't think some of us realize how difficult it is for some people around us, especially those who have been around us for long periods of time, how hurtful it might be for them to see the ascension.
Well, and what's interesting is I have a couple.
Y'all, we
I have
sound
a
like some
couple.
real aunties, and this is great.
No, but it's
Y'all,
true.
I embrace my old
I have
shit.
me too, and I have a couple girlfriends that I love to death that I know are levels above where I'm at, and I'm trying to get to the level that they're on. But I know that also limits the capacity for us to do some of the same things
Together.
and
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that. I know there's going to be moments where we can meet each other where we're at, but there's also going to be moments where it's like, nah, I'm not. I actually don't.
Sure.
I can't keep up with that. So by all means,
and there's moments where other women who are looking at where y'all are and thinking, I've had some of my best friends for life say, I hope I can keep up with you.
Yeah.
Or I hope
That's hard.
I hope you don't forget about me, or I hope now all of a sudden I'm not annoying to you. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you're my sister.
yeah.
This is some TV shit. This is some fugazi. This is bullshit.
But sometimes the dynamic does change. Sometimes the dynamic does change.
And then there's also people that really don't even fuck with you, and you know they don't fuck with you, and we all know we don't fuck with each other.
That's why on
and
Facebook.
Now all of a sudden,
now but you big lit and popping in the public eye. Hey, girl, so proud of you.
That's why I don't get on Facebook, bitch.
Facebook is a breeding ground.
I be like, bitch, you tried to fight me with an umbrella in 6th grade.
Right.
Don't come at me trying to talk about
I'm proud.
You so proud of me. Do you remember we went to Walker Middle School? Yeah, bitch, I remember. And I remember we ain't fuck with each other, so why you in my motherfucking messages?
Oh,
Shout out to everybody. High, Lakeside, Oak Ridge, Dr. Phillips. What's up? No, I don't know none of y'all.
I'm so proud. I'd be like, girl, we were in third grade.
I miss you. Don't y'all love that? I miss you. I never knew you.
I miss you. You don't miss me from 6th grade.
Right,
we were on the same tetherball team. You don't remember shit about that.
I went to 4 high schools and I know who my friends are. I don't want to hear from none of y'all in my DMs.
None.
And none of that. I am 30 years old. I am 12 years removed from high school.
Shit.
Don't hit me up on that fake ass shit.
I could cry. That shit is so
Anyways, yo, real quick, we're not going to get into TV this week, but let's just run down the shit we don't care about and get the fuck out of here, y'all.
Yeah, we do. But also Black Widow. I would recommend y'all just buy that shit on Disney Plus because it's
everybody's talking about that.
It's not phenomenal. It's okay.
Oh, it's just okay?
Shit.
It's okay.
I ain't
it's
spending
not.
my money on
and
that.
you know me, I'm the big Marvel head, and I'm still loving Loki. Loki is great. If y'all watching Loki on Disney Plus, that's definitely a vibe. The Shy is a vibe. You know what other show I love on Apple is Physical with Rose Byrne. Yeah. Mainly because the majority of the show, she's self-talking in her head. So there's narration. Yeah. So while you're looking at her face on the camera, she's talking to herself about what she would like to say in response to her coworker or her husband. And it's so much meaner than what she actually ends up saying, which is great because I feel like that is a page out of all of our books, right? Like we sit in here and we censor ourselves, or our self-talks are actually a lot darker. She's bulimic and she's a fitness instructor. So it's very interesting the way she talks to herself. You know, another mom, she has a daughter that's at a school, and one of the moms from the school is really overweight. And so the overweight mom is like, oh, well, you know, maybe you should come over. Like, I'm going to cook blah, blah, blah for my husband. And, you know, I'm the only, I always end up eating everything. So, and the woman is standing there in her mind is like, of course you do. She was like, but you have no idea. I would show up and eat the same things with you because I'm also a fat pig, but you'll never know. Like shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Self-talks, you know what I'm saying? Like, and things that she says to herself that are absolutely awful that you would never even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I have to catch myself sometimes saying negative things or saying nasty things to myself. It's just a really dope ass show and it's funny.
If y'all want to know what I believe you should watch, it not only is the entire season of Real Housewives of New York with Miss Ebony K, because
I'm gonna tune in just for you.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna tune in just for her.
She reads them for filth, and I love it. Like I ain't gonna hold y'all. If y'all want to see a black woman check white women all day long, it is an
exercise of that.
You've literally it's been great. Real Housewives of Potomac dropped this week as well tonight. But I want to give 2 shows to you guys to watch because we are going to leave out of here with Boyz II Men.
Yes.
Because I have been watching This Is Pop on Netflix. It's a documentary. If you guys saw T-Pain recently talk about Usher telling him he ruined autotune, it's a docuseries on literally pop culture. Okay. And Boyz II Men, there was a whole Boyz II Men effect with the boy bands that came out. And it just really talks about Boyz II Men's influence on literally NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, and all of the white pop bands that we even saw, and how they came about after like a Jodeci, and why they were so successful. How they were seen as R&B
the Stockholm Syndrome episode is also phenomenal.
Like when I tell you, it's one of those documentaries that you're gonna sit through and watch the entire series in one thing.
It's so dope.
It's so fulfilling. You get to see the creator of Auto-Tune. It wasn't T-Pain, for those of you who think so. And also, bitch, I didn't know the first song that used autotune was the song that I said I am going to be on this podcast. Cher's Believe.
Yeah.
Do you believe in love? I'm not really autotuned here, but I feel like I can make the autotune voice. Right. And then after that, it was fucking J-Lo's If You Had My Love. So it's really into the culture, not the culture, but the history behind just so many things in pop music. It's amazing. The other movie I want to give you, me and all of my friends, I'm just going to say, because I'm for the streets and I be laying up with all my niggas now. But I lay up with them and watch movies, and we never really agree on one. But one that I was able to watch the full thing through It is called Run. It's on Hulu, and it's kind of like the modern day era of that movie with Kathy Bates, where she drugged her partner to not let him leave the house.
Misery?
Yeah. It is the modern day Misery, and it's of a mother.
And this woman,
Bro, and
Sarah
she played
Paulson.
Sarah Paulson be acting her ass off.
Sarah Paulson was Nurse Ratched.
Yes.
Not only was
was
she Nurse Ratched, she is also known for the American horror stories.
Yeah.
When I tell
she's a
you, we
beast.
watched the whole movie and we were like, oh, this shit was good. So it's called Run, and basically it's about a mother who had a miscarriage, stole the child from the hospital, and not until she was 17, ready to go to college, did she find out that she had been drugged and had an illness that she didn't really have her whole life
shit.
because the mother did not want her to leave the home.
That's,
so she finds out all these things, and
Munchausen's.
and she tries to run.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just it's really psychotic, but also just really, really, really good. So if you are able to lay up with any of your partners, watch Run, because it's a good one. And Ebony, we'll leave it off with you. Have you watched anything in TV, or would you recommend anything?
I was a big fan of Ready to Love. I watch reality TV shit.
I love Ready to
Love. I watched
I
the
love
trailer
reality.
for Married at First Sight. So
That
the
is
matching
crazy.
thing.
Would you do that?
No, because I've already had my starter marriage. But I find it very
Not
fun.
my starter
Not
marriage.
my starter marriage.
I have.
Damn, bitch, I ain't even had a ring yet. I just want a promise ring at this point.
I have,
I'll take a ring pop, bitch.
Don't promise
I
me
promise.
shit. Don't promise me shit.
I enjoy
Marry me or don't. Just don't promise
Married
me
at
nothing.
First Sight this week and some other shit. I watch old movies. I throwed back this week to Gia with Angelina
Oh
Jolie.
yeah.
Oh.
You know what's interesting? My therapist actually told me that people who watch old shows that they've seen and old movies that they did,
What
it
does
is
it
an
mean by this?
incredible.
Oh wait, what does that mean?
It's a soothing
That's how I feel.
mechanism for people with social anxiety. Because it's
I'm reaching for the familiar.
because you're reaching for the familiar and you're
I am.
immersing yourself in something that you already know, but
I
you
know
can remember.
I know I enjoy
But
it.
also something that takes you back to a memory from that time that might actually be really positive and
you should have
positively
our
triggering.
therapist. I know you already have two, but we can give you a third one.
I might need a third one. So I watched Gia this week. I watched And the Band Played On, which talks about the discovery of HIV and AIDS for the first time. I did that in honor of Pride. It was so good on HBO.
I need
with
to get
Matthew
into-
Modine be acting his motherfucking ass off. Side note. And I also rewatched Malcolm X. Every time I want to just feel like empowered, I watch Malcolm X.
Wait, which one?
The only one, bitch.
with
Spike Lee.
Denzel.
Come
Don't
on.
do that. Don't do that. Only one. There's a few of them.
What other?
There's
Malcolm
only
X
one
is there?
Malcolm X movie that
No, there's
we-
like two, and then there's the new one that had Malcolm seeming like a lame.
No.
That's not Malcolm X though. You talking about A Night in Miami?
Yeah,
We're
bitch.
I'm talking-
So you said
about-
that's not Malcolm X. How you know Malcolm X wasn't acting like that in Miami?
No. What I'm saying is there's only one Malcolm X movie that's about Malcolm
That
X's
is
life, and that's with
based on the
Denzel.
autobiography of Malcolm X
That's
as told
Denzel.
by Alex Haley.
Yeah, but they ain't
Yes.
put everything in there.
No, they didn't. But I
never
do
heard
love
some
it.
They never
things.
will.
Just know he's fine. I would have messed with
I would have
Malcolm
done
X.
anything
Oh
for
my God.
Malcolm. I would
Like
have been a
if
hot
I date
mess.
a man and he want like a portrait of him, I'm gonna have him sitting like this with the glasses, bitch.
With the glasses?
I love that glasses, black and white picture. Like, ooh,
I like
not
the
you
one of
thinking.
him with the shotgun by the
Not
window.
you thinking.
Not you.
I hate mint.
Oh shit. Hold on, it's empty. It's empty.
Not you thinking.
Calm down, Savon. All right. Well, no,
All right, we're
it's
good.
splashed a little bit.
What are we
didn't know there was any-
getting out of here too?
We are getting out of here because, well, first
There
off,
you go, Malcolm. Yes.
First off, before we get out of here to music, Ebony,
Ma'am.
please let everyone know where the fuck they can find
we
you.
love you. You gotta come
where
back
they
and
can
visit us.
watch
It was
you.
so fun.
And I know this wasn't typical podcasting because we sat here for 2.5 hours and spoke.
No,
On
it
top
was
of
way more than that,
This
first
was
of all.
way more than podcasting. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But where can our
Plymouth Rock,
listeners find
blame it
you?
on us.
Look,
People can find.
Yes, Malcolm.
I'll be
not
going
the
off.
sound bites.
Malcolm.
Wait, watch it. Hold on.
Not us watching. Look. Oh wait, you.
Y'all don't know what time. It's no black man should have that much power. Come on, Malcolm, show these. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Y'all can find me on the gram, Ebony K. Williams, EBONIK Williams. Twitter, same. I really am just on Instagram though.
You're on more than Instagram, so I'm gonna help y'all find out where she is. She is also every Wednesday on Real Housewives of
Tuesday.
New York. Oh,
yeah,
Tuesday,
every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo. Yes, Real Housewives of New York.
Then she has Holding Court with Ebony K. Williams and a good friend.
I love Dustin Ross.
Yes. They have Holding Court on Wednesdays. Also, she is a network friend of mine over on the iHeart Black Fed Network.
Yes.
But beyond that, you do Black News, correct?
I do Revolt Black News.
And I'm so mad that you're not doing it with me. So I'll be on Revolt Black News this week.
Yes.
So you guys can catch
Black
me.
Excellence and Entertainment.
You feel me? So y'all can catch me on Revolt Black News this week on Wednesday. It airs Thursday.
Correct.
I record Wednesday.
Yes, it airs Thursday on Revolt TV and on YouTube.
Talk your shit. And y'all, this is another Friends with Benefits. And I just want y'all to know we have really dope friends. Clearly. I'm just like, I'm glad you were able to join us on the couch. This just so happened because our schedules switched up. We're going to do shots now, guys. So thank y'all. We're getting out of here to something you won't believe, but it's because I was like, I was feeling it as I was watching the goddamn, what it is. It's the end of the road of this episode, and it's the end of the road. This is Pop on Netflix. It's really good. Please listen to the influence that Boyz II Men had on our culture, the Billboard charts, and how R&B and Black artists switched over to the pop charts.
But also how every white band ever was inspired.
Literally. Lou Pearlman.
Every white boy band.
No, so Lou Pearlman literally was asking for New Edition.
Yes.
The New Edition look with the Boyz II Men sound. So the fact that all of these white bands came from Boys to fucking Men.
And also their wardrobe, because Backstreet Boys and NSYNC all came out.
Urban.
Those blazers.
Urban and
yes.
That's true.
Yes.
Have you watched it, Parks?
No.
Would I tell you?
love
I
it.
was like, holy fuck, this is great.
Like if you grew up in the 90s.
But it's them, it's auto-tune, it's everything.
New Edition and Boyz II Men, and then
Guys, I want to let y'all know, y'all are amazing. Join us on fucking Patreon, okay? Patreon.com/See the Thing Is Pod. Bridget and I really give it up there. We
love y'all.
We tone it down here, but
we do. But we all
Patreon.
Listen, we all get the notifications. We read all the comments. Mandy asked for y'all's age, sex, locations.
I said
so
ASL because we're aunties.
I've been getting all the age, sex, locations of everybody, and we're appreciative, and we cannot wait to engage with y'all and chat and talk
what's
shit.
The age, sex, location?
Girl, you don't know
ASL?
ASL, and then it grew to ASLP. Age, sex, location.
She was in college. She wasn't paying attention.
Pic?
A pic of you, bitch.
Oh, a picture.
Yeah.
A picture. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I used Janae Aiko at one point in my life.
That is hilarious.
Just know I was catfishing niggas at one point.
That's fun.
What? Because I didn't have a digital camera or a phone. I was bored. So I was just still in Janae Aiko. I was like, this is me in my mall picture with the stars in the background. Anyways, follow us Instagram, follow us Twitter. Follow us everywhere, but also just become patrons, y'all. We got more content for y'all. Every week, if you're top tier, free merch. We're going to start next month in August. Y'all can join us live and ask us all the questions y'all want to know. And thank y'all so much for tuning in.
See y'all next week.
Motherfucking See the Thing Is.
Bye.
Bye-bye.